Alrighty. Looks like we're here again with more trails. Alright. Last time the trade conference was revealed in its entirety. Not revealed, but started in its entirety. And we began day 2. So let's just head on in and start a patrol. I'll be here on standby for the day. Someone, meaning me, has to keep in touch with the 1st Division and finish prepping for tomorrow's trade conference. Just focus on your own work. I'll contact you if anything pops up. And that's all we're really doing. We got all of Crossbell to explore once again. Is Kia over here? No. Where's Kia at again? Also, it's a new day, isn't it? Oh boy. Give you the pale sailmatter, I guess. HP 3. Hi, are you giving this to me? Thanks, Cop. Make sure to put it to good use. What's wrong, Kia? You're spacing out. Oh, no, it's nothing. Good luck at work today, everyone. Kia acting sus. Alright. So what quest do we have for today again? Marie gun missing is the big one, or required, that's the word. Bracing for battle, we have some stuff going on. At Armorca, Musician Manhunt, that we were definitely gonna do that one. Have to meet you at Crossbell Station. And East Crossbell Highway Monster, okay. But we have an awful lot to explore today. So let us begin in earnest, I guess. Why is everyone so worked up over a building? They're acting like children, oohing and awing all over the place. I mean, sure, it is kind of impressive, but flipping through fashion magazines is way more fun than looking at some big tower, not to mention educational. She's really comparing apples to oranges here. I've been in the wholesale business in Crossbell for about 3 years now, and thanks to this upcoming unveiling ceremony, the department store put in an enormous order with us. I always knew Crossbell was the right place to ply my trade. Give me just a second. Sorry about that. Call from my mom. And you know you gotta take them. Hi, Aunt Late. We went to go say hello to Cecile yesterday. Oh, did you now? I bet she was just thrilled to see you again, am I right? Yeah, definitely. It looked like she was doing well. I'll admit, she had me taken aback. It's not often I see such a lovely young lady. Definitely. Cecile is so caring and loving, it's no wonder she became a top-notch nurse. Hell yeah, she's exactly my type too. What am I playing doctor with her, if you know what I mean? Have you no shame, Randy? That's her mother you're speaking to. Keep this up and you'll be back in the hospital sooner than you think. Cecile always was quite a popular one. I hope you all continue getting along with her. Took more photos of Orcus Tower than I could count once the unveiling ceremony ended. I have to say, that thing is one incredible feat of architecture. All 40 stories of it. Man, oh man, I can't wait to develop these photos. The wife's all up in a huff. Refused to so much as speak a word. All I did was invite her to watch the unveiling ceremony together, but she gave me the silent treatment instead. Would have been the perfect pair, too. Fine wine, fireworks. All these years, and she still doesn't know taste when it's right in front of her. Okay, and her side of the story is... My husband bought a bottle of fine vintage wine without telling me, and it didn't come cheap, as you can guess. This was after he tried to blow our savings on a garage for his four-wheeled money pit. It just never ends with Captain Spendthrift. That makes sense. My husband was invited to attend the unveiling of Orcus Tower as one of its designers. He should be basking in the glory of a job well done right now. Emphasis on should. I will see what he has to say when we get to him. Did you guys hear? Arkansas Hill is coming out with a new updated performance of Golden Sun Silver Moon. Oh, I'm so hyped. I've got to get my hands on some tickets stat. Oh, we can go in here. Cool. Oh, if it isn't my favorite little guy. Hey. Oh, wow. Geez, not so rough, Ilya. What are you doing? Well, all those fancy foreign dignitaries are coming to our theater tonight, and Sully here is helping out with a minor role in tonight's performance. That means I've got to get her all good and limbered up with a nice deep massage, like so. Ouch! So I see. Is she going to be alright? I heard a massage can do more harm than good if the person giving it doesn't have a lot of experience. Oh, I have plenty of experience, my friends. I had a professional masseuse show me the ropes, and from what I was told, I mastered every last bit of it. As a matter of fact, I do this all the time for reshow when we're stretching during practice. I see. Sounds like you don't shy away from diversifying your skill set if it helps improve your productions. That's a professional for you. I'd help her diversify her skill set any day of the week. That's too much. Too much. Are you sure you're doing this right, Ilya? Don't be so dramatic. You know, I'd never put the show in jeopardy. It only hurts so much because those pre-performance jitters have your body stiff as a board. So don't you worry your pretty little head. You might even learn to like it. Could you sound any more shady? Hush now, you. Let's see you try to backtalk me after a bit of this. What do you think you're touching? Don't worry. This massage is just as effective as any other. You're full of crap. That tickles. Well, look who's starting to fill out. Someone's got a bright future in store after all. What are you talking about? There is so much wrong in this scene that I don't even know where to begin. I think that would depend on who you're asking. Well, at least it looks like Sully has made a home for herself in Arkansas. Don't just stand there watching. You call yourself police officers? No, you won't get off that easily. What did I... Are we done yet, Ilya? I think I'm loosened up enough now. Nope, you're still a little tense. We're not stopping until you completely unwind. So just sit back, relax, and let my hands work their magic. How much longer is this gonna take? I'm just gonna leave. The St. Prince Albert of Reverie is St. Ursula's most generous sponsor. Supposedly, Speaker McDowell has had a friendly relationship with the Grand Prince for a long time, too. Oscar gets a batch of fan letters in the mail every once in a while. It's been happening ever since he was featured in the Crossbell Times. But hey, as long as they come by to buy our products, it's no crust off my bread. By the way, Cheeryu came home the other day. I wish she would have let me know she was going to be back in town. I would have caught up over a nice cup of tea by now. Got a letter once from someone gushing about being my fan the other day. Weird, it's not like I'm a performer at Arkansas or something. You think they sent it to the wrong person? Maybe I should just give it back if I get another one. I don't know if that's the right call. Huh? Why not? Man, I just don't get this. Oscar got this weird letter yesterday. You don't think it could have been a love letter, right? Just because he's maybe better at baking than me, he thinks he's some sort of Casanova or something. Ugh. Okay. Not jealous at all, I see. Welcome, welcome. Mama and her friends went to watch the tower's unveiling ceremony. I'll have to ask her how it was when she returns. Huh? Our latest client's consultation fee seems awfully small. Mr. Bowman must be handing out discounts willy-nilly again. He needs to be firmer with his prices. Giving in like this is bad luck for a lawyer. Groth is going to be the host of several international leaders for the next few days. As a result, security has been bolstered, even though the conference has only just begun. Trouble almost always rears its ugly head in times like these, so remember to watch out for each other. That's the plan. Nothing new. The Orchestra unveiling ceremony was today, right? I would have been there front and center if I didn't have a shop to tend to. What can I say? Limousines, airships, and trains filing in to see our shiny new tower. It speaks to the little kid in us all. Where are all of the other children's? Henry and his little friend went to check out Orcus Tower. I don't know where those kids get the energy. I feel totally wiped at battling those crowds. We can see the unveiling of Orcus Tower perfectly well from the residential district. Growing up, I never dared dream that anyone could construct a building so tall. They say the old City Hall looks comparatively ill-equipped when it comes to state facilities, too. It's safe to say that this unveiling ceremony will go down as a historic moment for all of Crossbell. You don't say. All those dignitaries are seeing a show at Arkansas tonight. They're throwing a dinner party at the guest house in Mishlam after, too. Sounds like a hell of a time. I'd love to go to a shindig like that someday. Come along now, Colin. Do you remember what we need to buy today? Carrots, potatoes, onions, and, oh, curry roux. Very good. Now let's be off. I'm helping Mama make dinner today. Papa's gonna be so surprised when he comes back from work. The two of us are about to go shopping. Just look at how excited Colin is. Shouldn't be anyone up here, right? I already got that car book. Cool. At long last, Orcus Tower has been unveiled. The ceremony itself was quite the spectacle, wasn't it? I have high hopes for that building's place in our future. The assets in? Yeah, they is cool. That was hilarious. All we did was hassle it a little and it scampered away. Who said bullying the weak wasn't fun? Oh, you did not. We deserve a standing ovation for that one. Hell, I was actually starting to feel kind of bad for the little thing. That Fleabag's only got itself to blame for storming our castle uninvited. I'd say it got what it deserved. Oh my god. Come to think of it, I haven't seen a pizza delivery man in the neighborhood recently. He used to zip back and forth through here all the time earlier this year. No doubt thanks to Yona. I lost a valuable customer when he left for Le Mans State. I ran into our next door neighbors this morning. To my surprise, they invited me to join them on their drive. Naturally, I refused. They're rather presumptuous, aren't they? When Speaker Hartman was in the Diet, keeping the Imperial and Republican factions in check was no small task for Master Henry. But now, thanks to the support of the new mayor, I'm happy to say that he's finally able to stand on equal footing with them. And that can only be an improvement. So, these three assholes bullied a cat into running away. Wonderful. I was able to see how the unveiling ceremony was going, even from all the way up here. Watching them reveal Orcus Tower in all its splendor for the very first time was almost overwhelming. To think the labors of man could create such an incredible structure. I just can't hold back my amazement. Orcus Tower is humongous! Looking at it makes me feel like an ant. I wish I could have gone to the unveiling thing with Kia. Chances like this are once in a lifetime. Wait, never mind, you didn't hear that. Pardon me, Sister Juju. I'll be teaching Sunday school in Mainz tomorrow, and I wanted to ask about a troubling story I heard. Apparently some sort of bizarre incident occurred along the mountain path earlier this year. Now that you mention it, I do recall something strange happening in the area. I believe there are eyewitness reports of spectral monsters appearing in the old ruins near the village. Is there anything more you can tell me? I suppose so, though I don't know all the details myself. There I was, teaching class in Mainz with Sister Hatina, when suddenly, things took a turn for the worse. The father of one of the girls, her name was Kimmy by the way, came marching right in. You see, he was worried about that. This wasn't what I had in mind. Well, this isn't a pleasant surprise, Nielsen. That's a mighty fine liqueur you brought. A bit on the pricey side, though, eh? Oh, that's quite alright. It was given to me as a gift to begin with. I would be more than happy to share it with you. Oh, then in case, what do you say we get to the bottom of this bad boy? Haha, very well. It's been far too long since we last enjoyed a drink together. I don't mind keeping anyone company, so long as they can put up with my trivial ramblings. In any case, it's good to know that Quint is still doing well. I didn't realize Nielsen was back in town. We're gonna have a lot of catching up to do tonight. Orcus Tower is supposed to signify a new era for Crossbell. If my husband were here today, I'm sure he would have attended the unveiling ceremony together. Oh, hello everyone. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt you while you're paying your respects. Newell told us about this grave just recently. Yeah, it belongs to the Father Fran and I lost around 10 years ago. You always know this sort of thing is possible, having a family member in active service, but nothing could have prepared us. That was a long time ago, though. Nothing worth crying over. I suppose you could consider a reminder to value your lives today. Never forget the people who would mourn you if you left them behind. Don't worry, Mom. We won't. Can't examine the grave, but oh well. Still curious whose grave that is. The unveiling ceremony took my breath away. Frankly, I had written a 40-story building off as all but impossible. I'll have to give Mayor Croy my regards the next time he comes by to pray. He clearly has a better imagination than mine. I got the chance to see Orcus Tower's unveiling earlier. Had to really crick my neck back and to take it all in. Just think what it'd be like to pray on top of that baby. No way the goddess wouldn't hear you from up there. Maybe I should give it a climb one day. Even I feel apprehensive about how this trade conference will turn out. The dignitaries from each nation are highly intelligent, exceedingly motivated individuals. I may be a priest, but I'm a Crossbellan too. Their decisions will affect me just the same as anyone else. I understand that Sister Reese asked to be entrusted with tomorrow's trip to Mainz in your stead. Is that right? Yes, she told me she had a wealth of experience teaching Sunday school. Pardon me, Archbishop, but is something wrong? Should I be concerned about Sister Reese? You've asked about her rather frequently since her arrival. No, it's nothing so dire. I'm merely concerned over that girl's work habits. Report to me right away if you learn any further developments with her. Yes, Archbishop. Sister Reese wishes to go on a mission to Mainz. Well, it does concern me somewhat. I will not forbid it. Report to me right away if you learn of any further developments with her. Yes, Archbishop. So does he know Reese is with the Congregation for the Sacraments? The unveiling ceremony was earlier today, wasn't it? Looking up at the tower from 40 floors below, I'm sure any child would think it goes straight into the heavens. The little ones are probably beside themselves with excitement right now. Alright, and then we have the... Actually, I doubt I'm allowed to go in here, but... Yep. Oh, right, I always forget the entertainment district is between here and there. Hey there, wanna play? I hear those fancy schmancy dignitaries are going to Arkansas performance tonight. Wouldn't it be something if they swung by Barker right after? Arcus Towers made its long-awaited debut at last. Who knew that a building being unveiled could be so exciting? It sucks I couldn't get a front row seat to the unveiling, but you could see it from pretty much everywhere. Anyway, Crespel's really hit the jackpot with Arcus Tower though, huh? The city is something else. I can't speak from experience, but they say that Arcus Tower can be described in one word: imposing. I can hardly wait to see it myself. A 40-story tall building is a sight I'm sure I won't soon forget. Gans has come to visit our establishment today. I still remember my surprise during his incredible lucky streak some time ago. Now he's back to the drab, casual gambler he was before, however. It seems Galetti still holds a grudge over losing to Gans. There's nothing a winner hates more than a crushing defeat. Okay. I gotta remember some of these character names. Gans is back at it again on the slots. Will he ever learn his lesson? It's hard to believe the odds were so stacked in his favor a few months back, with how much mirror he's bleeding now. You think maybe he used up all his luck for the rest of his life? Oh, there's another fishing rod here. Well, that means... means we need to spend some money. Damn it, I finally won some dough and already it's gone up in smoke. That's why you should quit when you're ahead, Gans. Greed's not always good, you know. Everyone else may be hooting and hollering over that dang building, but they can't keep me from hitting the slots like always. I'm gonna get some pulls in while the old bag's having tea with her friends. I'm told Arcus Tower unveiling ceremony was quite well received. I'll take a look at it for myself once I have the time to spare. The unveiling ceremony went off without a hitch, but our duties have only just begun. We're gonna need to be on our toes for the next several days. Boy, things were busy this morning. Started off pretty slow since none of the dignitaries passed through this district, but after the unveiling ceremony, people started pouring in like crazy. I was raking in sales by the tubful. Looks like I'm gonna be the top-selling stall for the third month in a row. Head estates or not, those dignitaries don't know how lucky they're gonna have it tonight. They'd better be grateful. I hear those dignitaries in town for the conference are seeing a private performance at Arkansas tonight. Ugh, where's the justice for us little guys? I want to invite too. Alright, all the conference attendees will be visiting the theater today. We'd only be in the way, so let's visit another time. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Makes sense. This hotel had the privilege of serving many important guests long before I became manager. It's disappointing that dignitaries are staying at Michelin instead of here, but I still hope to host them someday. I've heard that every floor of Arcus Tower is wired to the Orbital Network. No doubt our online reservation system will be seeing more use going forward as well. When am I hosting meet and meet at my house? Or what am I hosting meet and meet? I don't know. Probably not for a while. How you doing, Earl? What's up? What's new and exciting? Where does the dignitaries are visiting all over the state now that the unveiling ceremony is over? I'd love to see them in the flesh, but with all their security personnel, I doubt I'd even get within 2 cells. Not much, got a new phone? Hey, that's something. Is it, was your old phone just, like, old, or did it break or something? Hello everyone, did any of you happen to attend the unveiling ceremony? They say that there was even a firework display. It must have been quite a marvel to behold. I'm eager to see Orcus Tower in all its glory for myself. Once the workday is done. Yeah, let's, A lot of pedestrian traffic around here today, but it's more locals than tourists. Man, and here I thought this week was gonna be like the anniversary festival. Neither really. Souls wanted a new phone. We got a better deal with us both getting. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Sounds like some fancy schmancy VIPs from Broader and Crossbill right now. What's a guy gotta do to get some walk-in publicity like them in his club? Now that pulling some customers. The first part of the trade conference is underway as we speak. Owing to that, the police officers on patrol in the back alley look even more stressed than usual. You can tell by how close of an eye they're keeping on Crimson & Co. This jerk of a customer pressured me into getting totally hammered last night. Ugh, and now I have a splitting headache the day after. Again! Maybe don't drink as much. Isn't Orcus Tower incredible? I stuck away from work for a bit to check out the unveiling, and it just blew me away. I bet everyone who ends up working there will be just loaded with Mira. Here's hoping they come down to our club and become my newest regulars. The first division is keeping Crimson & Co. under surveillance right now. Let's leave them to the jobs and focus on ours instead. Okay. So, got a free S23 with the discount, and the S23 Ultra was only like $300 after, so we paid less for 2 phones than if she just upgraded her. That's a good deal. Like, I could probably get a new phone. I have a, I think it's Pixel 4. The battery's starting to go, but it's still usable. Surprisingly enough, considering all the shit I've put it through. Click, click, click. Well, isn't this interesting? People on the Auburn net just can't stop chitter-chattering about Orcus Tower. I can't wait to see how many tourists it's gonna bring to town. A little economic boost is never a bad thing. I should try to get my hands on a piece of real estate with an excellent view of the tower while I still can. Yeah. I think they're at the Pixel 7 now. Yeah. Yeah, now this phone has been through a lot. This phone's been through a lot. I mean, I've had the thing for, like, basically since the Pixel 4 came out, actually. So, like, what? 3 years now? But at one point, I was at a bachelor party, and totally forgot I had my phone in my pocket after several too many drinks in, and got in the hot tub, and spent probably a good, like, 2 hours in that hot tub with my phone in my pocket, not realizing it was in my pocket, getting absolutely drenched. And it still works. So, nice. Well, come on. Oh, yeah. It was... We drank a lot that day. Welcome. Are you dining in with us? Feel free to sit at any open table. We're not too busy, so I could even hook you up with some reserved seating on the second floor if you like. Just let me know when you're ready to order. Why so many people bother going out for the unveiling ceremony is beyond me. They wouldn't get to see it up close anyway. I'd much rather wait for the Crossbill Times to cover it so I can catch up on things the tasteful way with a nice cup of coffee. Took me some courage to make Celtio wait tables, but it honestly worked out better than I expected. He'd been shown basic decency to our female customers, even the ones he fancies the most, so I think he'll be fine. Now, if only we could teach him to not just cook like a chef, but to think and act like one too. That might be asking too much of him, though. Okay, these are just people that don't have names. Alright, time to test Nono's bullying. Well now, this is much better than I was expecting. I did hear that she cooks herself at home. We're gonna need to ask for her help in here more often. These vegetables can take longer to cook, so maybe I should score them instead. There, that ought to do it. So... I understand. Just one expensive dish after another, but hey, what are vacations for, right? Let's not sweat the expenses. This is bliss. Eating is always the best part of traveling, hands down. Honestly? You're right, though. Just going and trying different places, specialties is kind of great. The dignitaries have finally arrived in Crossbell. Thank goodness the unveiling ceremony went so smoothly. Oh, hi, SSS. I want you to meet my mommy. She's a tour guide. Pleased to meet you all. Thank you for being so good to my daughter. I've heard many wonderful things about you from her. Oh no, not at all. We couldn't possibly take that much credit. She mentioned you were a tour guide. That sounds like an excellent profession. Do you have a long day's work ahead of you? No, actually. We're given time off for the duration of the trade conference. I plan to spend all of it with my daughter. If that's the case, why are you still wearing your uniform? Oh, well. That's because I wanted her to wear it. We're about to play tour guide now. It's like a real tour guide, but pretend. How about that? I bet you're having a blast, aren't you, Mimi? Uh-huh. See you later, guys. Watch out for bad guys, okay? That's the job. I had to lead the limousines carrying all the dignitaries around. Can't say I ever felt quite that tense before. It was strange. I could practically sense the gravitas emanating from their cars. I mean, yeah. So basically this conference is like friggin' if Biden, Putin, and I'm blanking on the guy who in charge of China, his name, but all of them are together discussing like peace topics. Yeah, that's I have to admit, I was a little nervous when I saw all those limos pass through here. It's a different kind of energy compared to the anniversary festival. I barely got a glimpse of the national leaders as I entered the city. They were all in orbital cars, so I couldn't really see them. Who else could it have been in there besides the dignitaries? Yeah. I saw that Wendy girl bolt out of the store just after an orbital airship came roaring overhead. It took her a while to come back too. I wonder what had her so worked up. The RCL. It makes sense. It's a great airship. Great airship. That Wendy. It just doesn't end with her sometimes. She took one of our display cameras and rushed out the door, completely abandoning her work. The old me would have been foaming at the sight. Luckily, we don't have that many customers yet, so it wasn't too much of a hassle. I actually found her rather charming, even. The trade conference doesn't directly concern me, so I haven't been paying much attention to it. But enough about that. Take a gander at this appliance. Isn't it adorable? It was kind of a wide shot, but I managed to snap a killer pic of the RCL. I rushed as fast as I could to get this bad boy developed. You guys want to take a look? Oh, wow, I'm kind of curious, so sure. Wide shot may have been a bit generous. Not to be that guy, but, are you sure this is the RCL? I could just barely make it out its silhouette if I squint real hard. Come on, guys, look closer. It's obviously the bow, see? And this over there, that's the stern. Well, now you pointed it out, it's tough to argue otherwise. I think we're out of our depth on this one. Wendy spent so much of her time tinkering that it's given her a mechanical sixth sense. Huh? What are you going on about? Who wouldn't geek out over this? A vaguely RCL-shaped blur. Pretty much everybody but you. Come on. Wendy snatched the display camera that I was going to use this morning. I wanted to take pictures of Princess Claudia and Prince Albert so badly, too. Any master quartz? No. Let's see. I could probably bump some slots up. I'm really feeling the hurt from Ellie not having enough EP, so... We'll start with 3, and we'll do 3 of Wazy's as well if I have enough. And I guess we can do... one of each of these. Sure. That should bump everyone's EP up a good little bit. 292 to 416. Sure. That will work. Me, I'm not spending a single mirror here. The only reason I keep coming back is so I can see that cute sales girl. By the way, I snuck up to get her name today. And her name tag. Angel on high, thy name is Choco. What an adorable name. It sounds just as cute as the lovable as she looks. Her dad is going to kill you. Oh my gosh, I knew you were a woman of culture, Prima. Those beards are choice. Real talk though, that beefcake soldier next to Prince Oliver was way more my type. The mirror I would pay to have a man like that carry me like a princess just once. My gosh, Lanali, did you see Prince Albert's beard? Talk about dreamy. Chancellor Osborne is spicy too, but his vibe is like high-key intimidating. Whatevs though, both their beard games are totally on point. What am I reading? Everybody's all pumped up over the unveiling ceremony, but here I am, still down in the dumps. It just reminds me of how jealous I am of Sarone. I mean, think of how carefree she always is. How are we even related? Welcome to Legion's Foods. If you're looking for the best ingredients in town, you've come to the right place. For the next 3 days, we're selling a special trade conference combo to commemorate the event. It's a special set of the finest ingredients we can gather from Erebonia, Liberal, Remiferia, Calvert, and of course, Crossbow. Buy one while you can. I don't see it. I would love to, but you don't have it. I've got to restock on these tasty pastries while I have the chance. I'd be in a world of trouble if I ran out right while my cravings strike. Did you hear, Pearl? Senior Captain Julius Schwartz is in town, all the way from Liberal. Of course, Cynthia, who hasn't? I already told a friend to snap some pictures for me, even. I'm worried they won't be able to get a decent shot of her, though, through the crowd, though. Pearl, you need to get those photos copied for me, please. I'll do anything. I may have underestimated just how much of the hold the Senior Captain has on people. Of course, this is the Senior Captain Schwartz we're talking about. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I joined our customers in watching the unveiling ceremony. Orchestra truly is a majestic sight to behold. The way it looms above 40 stories into the sky. Why, one could even consider it Crossbow's newest landmark. I don't think it's like a considering thing, it is. Like, people are gonna recognize Crossbow by that skyscraper from now on. The unveiling ceremony must have been incredible. Too bad I couldn't attend. It's unbelievable how many world leaders are in town, though. You only ever hear about them in the news. I'm gonna be looking forward to them the next Crossbow times for sure. That unveiling ceremony was mind-blowing, but I don't like the way it got my mom all riled up. I hope she doesn't buy something else we don't need. The unveiling sure was something. It had me feeling so festive that I might spend more than usual today. The more you break in your shoes, the more they'll feel like an extension of your very body. A perfect pair of footwear is never as simple as it seems. The same goes for those who wear them. Oh, you really can't find a better view of the tower than from up on the roof here. I'll never forget how I felt the moment they unveiled it in all its colossal grandeur. I watched the unveiling ceremony from our rooftop. It left me speechless. Orcus Tower is truly a sight to behold. Huge crowd today, huh? Hey, it's got me too distracted to keep count of all the hotties I see. At least the stress of the conference hasn't affected Raymond too much. The trade conference has finally begun. As a fashionista, it's my duty to pay close watch to how the dignitaries are dressed. Okay. Oh, there's still a lot of people up here, okay. Hey there, kids. I saw you're part of the unveiling ceremony security detail. How'd it feel seeing the dignitaries up close? As overwhelming as you'd expect. No kidding, you could practically see an aura around each of them screaming, "Look at me, I'm a continental big shot." Sounds like they really made an impression on you. Well, let me give you my 2 mirrors worth, obviously. It's important to recognize their presence, but it's just as crucial to make sure not to get swept up in it, once you're on their playing field. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. It's easier said than done, though. Well, on the flip side, the more it's done, the easier it gets. At any rate, it looks like it was a positive experience for your team overall. I'd say owe Sergei some thanks for pushing you into that assignment. That we do. We'll remember to let him know. Such a magnificent building. You know, my husband was involved in its construction. I couldn't be prouder of him. Wowie, you did? You're amazing, Daddy. Hey, Lima, look over there. Did you know Daddy and his co-workers built that building? But you can't even see the top of it from here. Every time I came home from a journey, the tower was a little closer to being finished. So, this is what was hiding beneath that curtain the entire time, huh? It was worth the wait. Are these all tourists? Oh. Between the crowd and tower, no one will even notice us in our training gear. That's what I get for listening to you. And here I thought the tower would overpower our alluring auras. Alas, 'twas a gross miscalculation on my part. My apologies, Theodore. What? Huh? These two are even more brawny and handsome in real life than they appear on stage. I hate to say it, but I'm starting to understand why my wife is so head over heels for them. Oh, these are of course they are. Why am I... They're freaking Arkansas performers. Settle down, will you? You're gonna scare them off. Besides, I'm gonna be the one who gets their autograph first. Never my wildest dreams did I think I'd meet the Silent Scion and Flex and Prince. Can I have your autographs? Yes, I did have to do a screed. Great. Okay, let's go. The library. Those foreign dignitaries sure are impressive looking, aren't they? Prince Violet in particular has really caught my attention. Folks have been watching him ever since he helped solve the Liberl incident and returned to Erebonia aboard the Arsail. He shocks the world in a far different way from the Blood and Iron Chancellor. We have to keep an eye on that man. I think Oliver's fine. The Western Area Trade Conference is upon us. How many years has it been since Crossville last hosted a conference of this scale? I think it's safe to say these next 3 days will go down in Zemurian history. Maybe. The trade conference as a whole has the whole city buzzing, almost like during the anniversary festival. It's kind of exciting, even if I'm not involved. Abby was so exhausted after the unveiling ceremony that he fell asleep. Just look at that peaceful expression. Adorable, isn't it? I can't believe how many people there were, Mom. It was so cool. Just feast your eyes on Arcus Tower. Such elegance, such magnificence. Never have I been prouder to be a Crossbellin. With this, our state adds yet another famous landmark to its already illustrious arsenal. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. My stall had a huge line this morning, but the rush still has finally calmed down. Not that I'm complaining. I've already met my daily sales average. While it isn't quite as crowded as the anniversary festival, today's turnout is still considerably large. All the more reason to keep a strict lookout. We can't dismiss the possibility of a terrorist attack wreaking havoc on the conference. It's amazing, even from here, it just looms right over you. Look at this, isn't it massive? Okay. Right, already talked to you. You're like closed for the day, aren't you? Maybe? The dignitaries participating in the trade conference have finally arrived in Crossbell. I've been told all of them have different agendas planned for this afternoon. How do you suppose they'll choose to spend their time? I can't help but be curious. I watched the unveiling ceremony from the window. Truly, what a spectacle to behold. Within that tower is a new city hall. The reality of it's finally setting in. There's not the little... Of course not. Door's locked. Of course it is. And these two rooms over here are also... That's a different thing. Interesting. Maybe it'll open later? I don't know. The plaza outside the tower is flooded with citizens and tourists alike. There have been a lot of foot traffic ever since the unveiling ceremony ended. Hey there, Lloyd. The plaza's open to the public today, so feel free to pass through. Man, though, getting to watch the unveiling ceremony from this close was unreal. It's incredible to think that giant tower was built by human hands. Oh, no, I've got a question. You're all a part of the security for the unveiling ceremony, right? How'd it go? Was it a lot of fun? It was, actually. Especially getting to see Princess Claudia of Liberl and Senior Captain Schwartz up close. You saw Julia Schwartz up close? Oh, man, I'm so jealous, Noe. I'm sorry, Fran. I'll do something to make it up to you, promise. I guess we can jot Fran down as another member of the Senior Captain's fan club. Damn, what the hell? The lady's practically making men obsolete. Fran and I went to see Orcus Tower on our break. It was incredibly impressive. I can't imagine a more fitting landmark to polish up Crossbell Skyline. I see you brought me data fragment. I'll have it delivered to the forensics team to have the cult terminal data analyzed. Is that alright with you? Of course, go right ahead. Very well, just a moment then. Page 3 of the information terminal. 01. Our order decrypted, okay? Right. Yep, that makes sense to me. And we still have page 4. It's gonna be the further ones that are really interesting, though. I know that. I can read the first one. Feels like I can finally take a breather, now that the unveiling ceremony is out of the way. Phew, nothing like a hot cup of joe on your break, am I right? Detective Bannings, what are all you doing here? Something happened? Not that we've seen so far, no. Good. Don't let that lull you into letting your guard down, however. I'm sure you've already sensed it. The entire city is in a state of commotion over the visiting dignitaries. It'd be easy for any irregularities to blend in with the bustle and escape your notice. Don't let that happen. Duly noted, Detective. We'll keep our heads on a swivel and all that jazz. By the way, do you plan to stay here for a while, Detective Dudley? Most likely. If I can help it, I'll remain on standby at HQ until it's time for the dignitaries to attend their Arkansas performance. If something does happen, you can come and see me directly at any time. Heard. We'll be on the lookout. Detective Dudley expects the SSF to serve as adequate backup. Reflect on what that means and don't let him down. I'm counting on you. I'm gonna remain here and keep an eye on until we have coming in. If something happens, you can see me directly at any time. Anyone else in here? Nope, we good. Okay. Then I guess we can... Oh boy. Another area to explore. Didn't take long for this place to get crowded. Look, even Ryu and Henri came here to play. They must have opened the plaza to visitors right after the ceremony. Once the dignitary has left, that is. I'm sure Uncle Dieter insisted that the people get a chance to enjoy it too. It does sound like something Mayor Croix would do. I see they also have officers from the CBT stationed here. Well, the entire city is abuzz right now. You never know when things might get a bit too lively. I'm sure they put them here as a little extra precaution. Yeah, plus the tower itself seems to be closed, so they're probably around to keep people out. With that in mind, we should hold off trying to get in there ourselves for now. Welcome to Orcus Tower. You're free to stay at the plaza in the plaza as little or as long as you'd like, so please stop by any time. Good morning. The plaza's a wonderful place to be this time of day, don't you think? I'm sure it'll end up being one of Crossbell's most popular spots for many years to come. That's a big building. At long last, the public is able to experience Orcus Tower in all of its splendor. The way its peak kisses the sky itself, the beautiful blue and white facade, its color is reminiscent of Crossbell's emblem. Why, I couldn't be more proud. Thank Adios, I took on that contract as an exterior designer. Oh, hey there, Shin. If it isn't my tour guides from yesterday. Good afternoon, my dear Sally. Hey there, Shin. Are you playing with Ryu, Honori, and Momo today? I'm gracing them with my presence, yes. They wouldn't take no for an answer, so I allowed them to tag along. Man, what are you talking about? We invited you to join us. And that was just because we felt sorry about how lonely you looked when Ki and Shizuku left. Who said I was lonely? Stop making things up. Well, it's not like I'm lying. Back me up, Momo. He looked like he was about to start crying, right? Well, sorta. Ryu, stop picking at Shin. Looks like they became friends pretty quick, at least. This is why I hate the common folk. No matter, observing them like this aids in my social studies. It's all just part of the preparations for my glorious future. Great. Officer Cohen and I were assigned to Orcus Tower as part of its security personnel. We'll be stationed here not just during the conference, but for the foreseeable future too. So if you ever need help, you know who to call. You're the Special Support Section, yes? I represent the Security Division. We're in charge of safety matters at Orcus Tower. All of us are officers of the law here, so I trust we'll have each other's backs if the need arises. I can't read the plaque, but well. Alright, then from here I guess we can do Harbor District. So, Nielsen's out of the office right now. Just my luck. My apologies, but Mr. Nielsen does actually spend much of his time here, or doesn't actually spend much of his time here at the agency. He said he would be visiting with a friend today. Could I perhaps take a message? No need to put yourself out. I was only looking to have a friendly little chat with him. I'm sure there'll be other chances. I just about the photos Grace and Rain took. Look at them. Aren't they fantastic? The question is, which of these should I use for the special edition? Alrighty. I saw an Eastern woman walking towards East Street earlier. She had long, flowing black hair and was rocking a snazzy white pantsuit. A real looker, if you ask me. An Eastern woman with long black hair. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you happen to know which way she went? Toward East Street, I think. East Street, got it. We can't be certain it was Kilika, but this is still a lead worth following up on. This redhead man in a gaudy suit tried my noodles just now. Then the little punk said he wanted the secret recipe for my broth, so he jumped right into the back of the cart. I had to smack him with my soup ladle to get him to leave. The nerve of that guy. A redhead man in a gaudy suit. Sounds like someone we know. Acts like him too, apparently. Do you know where he went, by chance? Well, he said he was going to find some dessert and then made his way towards the entertainment district. The entertainment district. Got it. We don't know if it's him for sure, but honestly, who else could it be? Lecter. Chancellor Osborne is visiting Michelin while President Rocksmith is at the IBC. They're both under heavy security, so I don't think we'll need to worry about either of them for now. Woof! Got him. I couldn't deliver my packages thanks to the dignitaries visiting this morning. My workload's still the same as ever, though, so I need to make up for lost time. He's zooming! The police told me to refrain from fishing during the trade conference. Still, it's fun to walk around town with my granddaughter like this every once in a while. Tell that Nikolai I can't let him get the head start over me. I know I should be resting, but I just can't sit still. Getting my muscles moving helps me clear my mind. So, Mishy's holding an event, huh? Well, as long as the city gave the permission, that shouldn't be any problem. I bet they're giving that audience the full Mission Wonderland experience. Mishy's come all the way from Michelin to visit Crossbell City today. We have a whole host of fun events in store, so stick around and enjoy yourself, everyone. Mishy's dance show will begin shortly. You can all dance alongside Mishy in today's special event, so feel free to participate. Hiya, everybody! Hey, I hope you're ready for a fun day. So Lecter went to the entertainment district and Killica went to East Street. Oh wait, IBC. Now the question is, can I actually go to the IBC? Nope. No shocks there. My apologies, everyone, but the IBC is closed for today. You see, President Rocksmith is actually here for a visit at the moment. If you have any business to tend to, we'll have to ask you to come back tomorrow. President Rocksmith? Oh, that's right. Lonfei mentioned something about that yesterday. Damn, no wonder you guys aren't taking any chances. If that's the case, let's stay out of the way for now. We wouldn't want to make their jobs any harder. Alright. That's not the way to go. President Rocksmith's limousine passed by here not long ago. It was a pristine white and with striking gold accents. Very presidential. You probably wouldn't be able to find another car like that if you searched the entire continent. I was amazed when they finally revealed Orcus Tower. So amazed, in fact, that my poor knees gave out right under me. Aunt Chloe said she was going to the cathedral today. You know, I feel like she went there on the same day last month, too. It doesn't look like Clarice is home today. She often looks after Hugo for me, so I'm deeply indebted to her. I should do something nice to show my appreciation next time. Excuse me, we met her at the cemetery. Alright, these three are my story quest. We'll be back later for you then. Spawn's family cat disappeared yesterday. I helped them look, but no luck. Just where could she have gone? I love how there's always a quest and trails to find a lost cat. I mean, every single one. Here we go, boys and girls. The West America Trade Conference is officially underway. We'll be handling all kinds of requests on top of security detail. If anything goes down, the guild will be there quicker than you can say boo. That's encouraging to know. The Red Constellation and Hayway's motives have yet to be confirmed, so we can't allow ourselves to relax. Yep, with those nasty Nellies lurking around the conference, we've got to be extra careful. Anywho, we have your department on speed dial if you learn anything important. Thanks, Michelle. Same on our end. Oh, Arius was at St. Ursula, okay. Scott and Wenzel are handling requests, and Lynn and Aelia are at Armorica. We knew that one. Yeah, they're all out and about, that's fine. Lord Lakelord hails from a long family line of barons in the Empire. Supposedly, a lot of Erebona nobles double as business entrepreneurs. In Lord Lakelord's case, he is a professional fisherman on top of that. Amazing, isn't it? Apparently, he's received a special education for gifted anglers ever since he was a child. What that entails, though, I couldn't say. How go the angler duels? If you can't measure up to the challenge, then you are more than welcome to save yourself the trouble and surrender. Just remember that your precious fishing holes will be forever ours if you do. I know where two of them are. I found two of them. I was amazed when they finally revealed Orcus Tower. So amazed, in fact, that my poor niece gave her right. Duh, I already read you. My husband used to be at his wit's end dealing with Roy's apathetic attitude, but that boy has been working much harder lately. Perhaps someday he'll even wind up joining the association. If he did, I'm sure my husband would be one of the first to celebrate. My grandson Roy has taken an interest in working at one of the street stalls. I did used to run one myself back in the day. Perhaps it's in our blood. Alright. God is willing, we'll make it through this conference without Hayway and the Red Constellation causing any trouble. This job is a murder on my nerves. Border security has gotten pretty strict, it seems. One of my buyers from Calvary was complaining about how long it takes to enter the state now. Clearly having all these foreign dignitaries here in Crossville is a big deal. Now that Mom is boycotting the housework, it's fallen on the men of the family to pick up the slack. Me? I'm in charge of the meals, but what should I buy? I hear the Liberalian Crown Princess is in town for the conference. When you think of Liberal, the first thing that comes to mind are its famous acerbic tomatoes, right? I hear they were actually created by an orbit manufacturer called the Zeiss Central Factory. CCF may specialize in orbital engineering, but they also gave us a gift that is a sour tomato. Talk about cutting edge. They're a little bitter for my taste, but Using a sour tomatoes in a dish can help add a great depth of flavor. I wouldn't recommend putting it in something like a salad, though. The sour tomatoes on their own are terribly bitter. I can't say I'm much of a fan. The unveiling at Orcus Tower has the city at a fever pitch today. I smell sales on the horizon. I don't usually go to the department store, but it might be worth checking out right now. These spinning toys are super fun. Spinny, 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 spin. Whoa, Mei-Ling, your eyes are swirling. Spinny, spinny, ugh, I'm getting dizzy. There's a beautiful Eastern woman shopping here just moments ago. Those cold, almond-shaped eyes of hers really pierced me to my core. Do you know which way she went? Sure, after making some purchases, she went off towards Central Square. Hey, Lloyd, think it's you-know-who? Yeah, we should look into it. I guess we can chase after Kilika. Daddy said that Calvert has even more Easterners than Crossbell does. Well, we moved here when I was just a little baby, so I don't remember it at all. But from what I hear, it sounds like a lively place. That must be fun, I bet. Oh, hey there, SSS. You guys here for lunch? And hey, what'd you think of that unveiling ceremony? Amazing, huh? I won't be forgetting it anytime soon. Being in the presence of the dignitaries was overwhelming, to say the least. No kidding, right? Especially that Blood and Iron Chancellor. He's the real deal. This was my first time seeing him up close and personal, and made me realize just how intimidating he really is. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's this guy right beside the Chancellor, sort of looked like his secretary. Wasn't he that Lecter kid you were hunting down a while back? The one I mentioned you seeing? Well, can't catch your tongue? I get it. But you know, that actually reminds me of something else. Oh? What would that be? Last year, around springtime, the Blood and Iron Chancellor and former Speaker Hartman had a little informal meeting behind closed doors. But you guys already know about it, don't you? Pretty much, yeah. It's common knowledge within certain intelligence channels. Sure, but that wasn't the case at the time. Neither the Crossbell nor Erebonian media reported on it. And naturally, the CPD didn't manage to get their mitts on that info at all. What's more, despite being so important, he hardly had any guards assigned to him. It's almost as if he actually dropped in for a quick stroll around Crossbell. Crossbell. I guess that's just how they managed to keep the whole thing on the down low. Sounds scandalous. Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd call it a little bull. Exactly, and what really ticked me off is that it all happened right under my nose. You can bet I looked into it after the fact, gathering dirt from every nook and cranny. Doing so netted me as a list of possible suspects involved in setting up that secret rendezvous. One of them stands out in particular, a young man named Lecter. We already know he was with the Chancellor during that meeting. Yes, though I'm surprised to learn that he was responsible for arranging it. His diplomatic skills are out of this world. Right? A mere secretary wouldn't be able to pull off something like that. That is, unless he's also a member of the Imperial Army's famed intelligence division, right? Yeah, what if? Leave it to Grace to figure all that out on her own. Man, I hope she never goes digging into my love life. Looks like I hit the bullseye. Still, I can't believe that bozo I met with you guys was that Lecter. Anyway, you guys probably have loads of work to do, so I won't keep you any longer. Now, I know there's a lot more to that Lecter fellow than meets the eye. You guys had better watch yourselves around him. We know. We'll be careful. It was nice speaking with you, Grace. He's a pretty chill dude. Wow, East Street's bustling right now. Guess that means they've lifted the traffic restrictions. I better get back to work. Puck said it'd be cool if we opened our own restaurant someday. We don't have the kind of mirror for something like that. Besides, is he forgetting about our original goal? You mean the one you guys never decided on? Yeah, probably. Rumor has it that Master used to run a shop in one of the seedier parts of the Eastern Quarter. We first met in Crossbell, but he never talks about his past. He's the most mysterious guy I know. There was a horrible ruckus outside this morning. They say it was Calvart's president driving through the district. But I don't care if it was the Pope himself. The Septine Church has a Pope? Good to know. I won't stand for ruining the peace and quiet of this neighborhood. Bruce is always trying to make things fit. Oh, well, you know, shove every idea into a box. But sometimes you gotta think outside of it. Why not evolve our plans to start a business together into opening a restaurant together? Downtown? What's it called again? Orcus Tower. How do you even build something that big? It's freaking insane! Imagine the rush of bungee jumping off that roof of that sucker. No. You can see the new City Hall building from just about everywhere in the city. It makes me wonder what the place looks like from up close. Hell with those visiting dignitaries. You'd think there was a festival going on the way everyone is keyed up about it. I mean, it's kind of important. Everyone in the city has been jawing on and on about the big unveiling ceremony. I know it's the new City Hall. I know the new City Hall is a symbol of Crossbell's blooming economy, and that's great and all, but I wish they wouldn't forget about us regular folk living down here in its shadows. Yep, busy... Wait, where? Oh, that's right. She is busy. My old man is out of booze and mirror about time, too. Guess Van Zet'll just have to find a way to make some mirror. Huh? No mirror left? Guess that leaves me no choice. Time to roll up my sleeves and get myself a job. But for now... Wonderful. And the Vipers. So what's Walt been up to, huh? Yeah, he was staggering over to some shop, looking totally trash for everyone to see. He walked out with a ton of booze, probably back to at his place getting wasted right now. Real talk, it was tough seeing Walt like that. I mean, sure, he used to have some drinks for fun, but he's completely lost himself. Yeah, I don't like it any more than you do. Things aren't gonna turn out well, if we let him walk around in public while he's completely hammered. We gotta keep an eye for the guy and help him get through this. Yeah, we're on it. That's what Walt's been up to? Dude's trying to drown away his sorrows. I'm worried for his health, but if he's really drinking as much as they say... Whoa, where you at, bro? Don't leave us in the dust. We'll shell it for the drinks you want if you just come back to us. Because without your man, every party's a bust. Listen up, anything happens, you tell me, or Luganov, got it? Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, not doing too well. There's supposed to be a bunch of reporters and important people from other countries coming into the city today. But someone said they won't bother coming down our street. I wonder why. I'm just gonna be more thorough anyway, just in case. I snuck a peek at Orcus Tower earlier, and well, can't really say I'm a fan. Obviously, as an engineer, I've got an interest in the latest tech and such. But with this, I'm not big on the spectacle of it all. It feels too much like a pissing contest, if you'll excuse the language. Damn it. Okay. Right, that's everyone's in new gear. Right, everyone should be maxed out on whatever they can equip now for the chapter. Unless we get more stuff later, which we could. That blind customer sure is something. He pulled a loot out of nowhere. He pulled a lute out of nowhere and started singing. Then he dominated us all in billiards. That customer, could he be? No, that would be absurd. Did I just see Abbas crack a smile? There's a first for everything. What, did you think he was made out of stone? I mean, kind of? The guy in white coat suddenly started challenging us to a round of billiards one after another. We all got absolutely destroyed too. Lang's our only hope now. Damn, Yi Liang's is on the ropes. Who knew that guy in the white coat was such a pool shark? Sorry, I'm a good man, but this 8-ball is all but mine. Damn, you're good. Maybe as good as Wazy, or even better. Oh, looks like this guy knows his way around a pool table. I have quite a bit of confidence when it comes to lining up shots. Of course, it is not just the ball I've set my sights on, but also your hearts, my fair flowers. Oh, stop playing around. Oh, he's good. Well, I do believe it's your turn. I know, give me a second to decide how to play this. Oh, I can't wait for that quest. In fact, Mom and I almost never close a shop, but even we had to go check out the unveiling thing. Damn, that building is tall, though. I ain't ever seen anything like it. Why can't I have EP3, or Thingy 3, whatever, you know what I mean. EP charges, that's the word. So we've got dignitaries from all over the map in Crosswell now, huh? Who knows what the hell's gonna end up leading to. Honestly, I'd rather not get dragged into it. Alright, all we have is Station Street. It's here. It's really here. The Imperial government's very own private oral train, the Eisencraft. Its fire and paint scheme is in dignified detail. They embody the prestigious might of the Empire. Sensational. It's no wonder that its name means Iron Count. So glad I purchased the camera for this once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. Okay, my guy. Breathe. Today's packages are late, so I'm gonna be in a real hurry to deliver them once they finally get here. I figure the freight train cargo was undergoing a stricter inspection than usual. Not much I can do about it. Well, with all the Imperial bigwigs here. Okay, we can go inside now. Thank you for choosing Crossbell Station. The railroads will be operating under their standard schedules for the duration of the trade conference. Please make your way to the second floor if you wish to purchase tickets. Journalists from the Imperial Chronicle came by to gather information earlier this morning. It just goes to show how visible the trade conference is on the international stage. Come by here. Crossbow Times, Picnic Lunchbox, Summer Breeze Blend. The Imperial government's private train, the Eisencraft, arrived at Platform 1 this morning. They're moving it to Platform 3, though, since the regular service is still running. You all have to go take a look. It's not something you often see, after all. Well, that man's not suspicious at all. I heard there's a trade conference happening in Crossbell right now. Maybe we should go visit that Orcus Tower place. It's all anybody's been talking about. Well, let me check Platform 1. Oh, well. I've heard that the Imperial Chancellor Gilly Osborne has ties with former Speaker Hartman, and yet some say the Chancellor himself was behind the Empire's decision to deny Hartman asylum after he defected. The second he outlived his usefulness, Osborne cut his lifeline. That's the kind of man the Blood and Iron Chancellor is. Yep, that checks out. How long has it been since I last saw His Excellency and Prince Oliver? I wonder. It's an incredible honor for a humble Imperial soldier like myself to get the chance to greet such a high-ranking government official. Welcome to the ticket counter. Let me know if you'd like to make a purchase. It would be my pleasure to assist you. Oh, I'm sorry. Could you give me just a moment, please? Attention all travelers. Due to the arrival of the Eisencraft, stricter security measures will be in effect today. We ask that you please refrain from entering Platform 3 for the duration of its stay. Thank you. Oh my god, Mueller, you are looking suave. Hey Lloyd, that guy there's giving off some real intense vibes. Don't tell me he's our client. Excuse me, sir, we're with the special sports section? I'm waiting for you. Thanks for coming. My name is Mueller. I work as a talent manager for Erebonia's music industry. He would make you do that, wouldn't he? A pleasure to make your acquaintances. A talent manager. He doesn't look the part at all. If anything, he feels more like a bodyguard. I get the sense I've heard of him somewhere before. Is something wrong? No, not at all. If it's alright with you, would you mind giving us the specifics of your request? You mentioned something about a missing musician, as I recall. I take it that means you're their manager? That's correct. We traveled to Crossbell as part of his concert tour. However, the moment I took my eyes off him, he went missing. That puts me in a tight spot. I have little to go on in a city I'm not familiar with. I could see that posing some difficulty. Crossbell City is larger than most. Yeah, though I'm sure that won't be the only hurdle to contend with. In any case, could I ask you all to begin the search immediately? Let's find that musician. Of course, we're here to help. Could you give us some more details about the musician we're looking for? Gladly. My client goes by the name of Olivier Lenheim. He's a blonde man in his 20s, often clad in a white coat and sporting a lute. A lute? Wouldn't that make him stand out like a sore thumb? How hard could it be to find this guy? If only things were so simple. A mere search and retrieval mission wouldn't be an issue ordinarily. But you see, Olivier's personality is a bit, shall we say, problematic. He has an incurable need to stick his nose in other people's business, only to cause more trouble in the process. To be frank, he's a nuisance, a fool, and a real pain in my... Excuse me. I see. Ideally, I'd like you to find him right away, so as to keep his tour schedule intact, but I know better than to get my hopes up. You'll be doing me enough of a favor if you could simply grab him before he gets himself into any incidents. You're starting to sound less than his manager and more like his babysitter. Either way, it explains exactly what kind of person we should be on the lookout for. Do you have any idea what sort of areas might pique his interest? Well, if I had to say, Olivier has a tendency to be drawn to bustling crowds or places of ill repute. He also fancies himself a gourmet, so he might have slipped into some sort of eating establishment. Basically, if it's any place someone could stir up trouble, you can bet it's on his radar. The downtown district, back alley, and entertainment district are the first places that come to mind in that case. I'd say you're on the right track there. But I've already combed the entertainment district as it so happens. He'll be better off excluding it from your search. He undoubtedly knows I'm looking for him, so he's probably avoiding the most obvious spots. That complicates things. But if he's drawn to large crowds, then the Harbor District may also be worth checking out. I believe Mishi is scheduled to make an appearance there today. I see. Sounds to me like you've got a good list of possible destinations. My apologies. I wish I had more concrete information to offer you. Don't worry about it. This is plenty. If there's nothing else we need to know, we'll get started right away. Best of luck. I'm counting on you. And if he refuses to cooperate, don't be afraid to use force. In fact, I invite it. A good slap upside the head should do. Sure thing. What kind of weird relationship do we have with this guy? Musician Manhunt started. Olivier Lenheim is a traveling musician dressed in a white coat. The loot he carries with him will be a dead giveaway. Your best bet of finding him would be somewhere of ill repute. If not that, then an area with a large crowd or perhaps a dining establishment. I think you're on the right track focusing on the downtown district, back alley, and harbor district. If you can't get him to cooperate, I don't mind if you have to use force. In fact, I invite it. I'm expecting good news from you. Ah, Mueller. Okay. A lot of people we know here, huh? Oh, you've gotta be shitting me. Bitch and moan some more, why don't you? Those voices. Lloyd, look. What the hell's wrong with you, Slash? Use your frickin' head for once. What are we gonna do if Will drinks himself to death? Because the way things are going, he's already halfway there. I told you, that's why I'm weighing our options to keep that from happening. It's not my fault nothing's come to mind yet. Get off my damn case. Oh yeah? How about your shit for brains idea of taking him sightseeing on top of the tower? That'll cheer him up for sure. What do you think he has, a 7-year-old? If he was, I'm sure. He sure as hell wouldn't be in this hole in the first place. Seriously, has anyone ever told you how much a grade A dumbass you are? bastard. You want to start giving out scores, huh? And if I'm a grade A dumbest, that means you're a grade triple S. You haven't even come up with one idea. Oh yeah? You want to go? Let's go. Knock it off, you two. Speaking of triple S dumbasses, where do you get pulling weapons on each other? You're supposed to be comrades. Instead of this carrot top, it ain't any of your goddamn business. This is all Wald's or Wazy's fault anyway. You're the one who turned your back on the downtown district. Yeah, Wald wouldn't even be like this if it wasn't for your chicken shit ass. Well, Wazy, you gonna own up to it or what? Hold on a second. Wazy didn't do anything. Whatever. This is just pissing me off even more. Guess I'll have to lay you chumps out first. Now you're talking. Just don't get your face smashed in, Huey. I still gotta do it myself after. What should we do, Lloyd? This is starting to go beyond the boys will be boys territory. Damn, if this keeps up, we won't have any choice but to subdue them. There it is! How utterly depressing. God damn it. I love him so much. Such needless conflict will only link the chains of hatred across your otherwise delightful hearts. To you who choose to scuffle in the streets, I give the timeless gift of song. It is a soothing yet mournful ballad intended to unite the hearts of those ragamuffins who have lost their way. Bright shooting stars leaving trails in the sky. Like a guiding light, they show me the way to your eyes. This yearning passion tears my heart in twain, and the cruel moon mocks my pain. If this fleeting dream shall never be... Shut the hell up, Blondie! Ah! Oh, hello there, little kitten. Is something the matter? As you can see, I'm in the middle of a delightful performance. Autographs will have to wait until after the show. Moreover, it would be quite dangerous if you kicked me from this height. Why, there may not be an encore... Would you just shut the hell up already? Quit your caterwauling and get off of our roof. We're trying to run a business here. Fine. Please calm your... I said get down! Ah! Well, at least he's down now. You alive, Blondie? Still breathing? Guess so. Huh, well, that was something. Man, this ain't even fun anymore. Later. What the hell was that? Forget about him. Let's bail. They left. All's well that ends well. Well, would you look at that? I managed to nip the bud of a blossoming fight here in the City of Sin. Another debonair adventure complete. Once again, my mellifluent lute has brought peace by spreading the gentle chords of love and devotion. Sometimes I'm almost frightened by my level of genius. Excuse me, but are you alright? That sounded like a hard fall. Worry not, my fair lady. A fall of that height was absolutely nothing to a man who has kissed the dewdrop skies of this very continent. What's wrong with this guy? Do excuse the minor interruption. Now that I've regained my composure, we can continue my grand sonata. Gather around, ladies and gentlemen. Now, where was I? If this fleeting dream... Please, you don't have to do that. Hey, Lloyd, could he be... A blonde musician in a white coat. He definitely fits the description. Mueller said he could be a handful, but he's nothing like what I expected. You must be Olivier, am I right? The one and only, my darling. I can't take him. It is I, the unparalleled genius, wandering bard and seeker of love, Olivier Lenheim. Praise be to Adios, as it is by her grace that you have the pleasure of witnessing one of my famous impromptu performances, engraving this day into your hearts, for it has surely been a once-in-a-lifetime experience for you all. Right. Hold on a tick. You knew my name before I introduced myself. How is that possible? I don't believe I've uttered my name once since coming to Crossbow. Have we perhaps met somewhere before? Not exactly. We're with the Crossbow Police, Special Support Section. We've been looking for you per the request of your agent, Mueller. You know who we're speaking of, right? Ah, I see. So you're the ones. Let Mueller. He's just as much of a worrywart as ever. Surely he knows by now that time apart will never dampen the measure of our love. On the contrary, it makes our heart grow both fonder and bolder. Huh? Wait, are you saying that the two of you are... Yeah, no, I seriously doubt it. That's beside the point. Can you come back with us to Mueller now? I'm afraid not, officers of the law. I have to make the most of Crossbow while I still can. I'll be quite occupied tomorrow, you see. Occupied? Nothing you need to concern yourself over. But do keep in mind that if you claim to be unable to look the other way, I will do everything in my power to give you no say in the matter. Oh, really now? And just how do you plan on doing that? Wait, is that the famous Julia Schwartz standing right over there? What? Really? Hey, goddamn filth. Hey, wait a sec, I don't see anyone. Where'd she... Hey. Till next we meet, my new friends. Ta-ta! Wait. He got away. We just fell for the oldest trick in the book. Of course Senior Captain Schwartz wouldn't be in a place like this. I can already tell this dude is going to be a pain in the ass. Reminds me of Lecter. Never mind that. Let's chase after him. The only question is, where did he go? Why don't we check the other places we discussed earlier? That's how we stumbled upon him downtown, after all. He may be in the back alley or Harbor District. Sounds like a plan. Let's move. I can't... That blonde guy took off, just like that. It almost feels like a tornado swept through here. Sounds like there's a lot of commotion outside. Was that customer we just had? Actually, don't answer. I'm probably better off minding my own business. Me and that customer never got to finish that game, but honestly, it was already over for me. I guess there's always going to be someone out there who's better than you. Thinking about something, Abbas? Ah, Wazy. Yes, I was ruminating over what a diverse set of people there are in this world. It does take all kinds, as they say. That goes for the two of us as well. Huh, indeed it does. Abbas sure does open up around Wazy. I suppose that's a sign of just how close they are. Man, that blonde guy earlier was such a weirdo. I feel like I'm gonna be talking about him for days. I know the feeling. Olivia really does that to a guy. Okay, so there's also, like... I mean, I guess we could finish the quest. What are you doing with Mishy? Wow, that's a lot of people. They must be here for the Mishy event. I believe this is what the theme park staff are doing for the day, seeing as Michelin is closed during the conference. It's a shame Tio isn't here to see this. I think they're about to do a dance number. Why don't we stick around for it? After all, we're already... Wait, is that... the guy who joined. Other text is moving too fast. I could probably slow it down, though. Okay, everyone, all together now. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. Let's dance and make a wishy with Mishy. Olivia and Mishy exchanged a firm handshake. Well met and well done, Mishy. To be frank, your dancing prowess is something to be commended. Hey, you're not too shabby yourself, fella. Where did you learn to dance? I'm rather fond of ballroom dancing myself. Naturally, my preferred partner would be a beautiful one, but you were a fine stand-in, my furry companion. Though I suppose I shouldn't have expected any less from Crossbell's most beloved mascot. Meh! Oh, stop it. You're making me blush. What in Adios' name is he doing? Looks like he barged in to take some of the spotlight for himself. Remember when Mueller asked us to prevent him from drawing attention to himself? That's out of the window now. Uh-oh, I do believe I've been discovered. My apologies, dear Mishy, but I must vacate the premises for now. Aw, that's too bad. Meh, let's dance together at Michelin Wonderland next time. Now that is one wishy I promise to bring to fruition. Parting is such a sweet sorrow, but the bond we have forged today will linger in my heart for eons to come. Adios, mi amigo. Bye-bye. He cut and ran again. I get the feeling he's used to this sort of thing. On the bright side, this narrows down the number of places he could have escaped to. It's not going to matter either way unless we start chasing after him. Olivier. Olivier? Wow, he's pretty good, isn't he? Thank you for listening to my serenade. Bravo! You're amazing, mister. What would you say to signing on as our live entertainment for a while? I'd be willing to compensate you, of course. My, that does sound oh so tempting. I'll gladly accept your gracious offer. Wait just a darn second. What's this? Found me already, have you? Now you're going around taking random side jobs. This dude's got some screws loose. I urge you to cease this admittedly well-earned flattery. Why, I can feel my cheeks reddening already. No one's flattening you, jackass. We're taking you with us this time. Now, surely you must know when to give up. Life isn't meant to be a constant chase. You have to stop and smell the grand roses too. Sip it slowly like a fine wine. And so, I shall offer a gift to brighten up your weary, dreary hearts. A melody woven with the very essence of love and devotion. Oh, what troubles you, mademoiselle? Make no mistake, while a melancholy sigh may have its charms, a beautiful young woman should never be without happiness in her heart. Let me make something perfectly clear. Mueller requested we retrieve you, no matter what it takes. He even authorized us to use force, as a matter of fact. He insisted on it! Point taken. I surrender, I promise. That smile is more terrifying than the things that usually scare her. As disappointing as this is, the time has come for me to sail with the tide. Very well, then. Would you be so kind as to escort me to Mueller? Just to be safe, I think it'd be a better idea to take Mueller to come here. Or have Mueller come here. As much as I'd hate to put him out of his way, that's definitely a safest choice. No doubt he'd try to give us a slip the second we stepped outside. It pains me to see how little trust I instill. You'll live. Anyway, I'll try contacting the station to see if someone can get a hold of Mueller. Good work, everyone. Thanks to all of you, I was able to corral this nuisance before you got too carried away. No problem. Glad we could help. Corral? Why must you make me sound like common livestock? And I know for a fact that I'm so much more to you than that. Then again, degradation does have its own special charms, I suppose. If that's what you're into, I'm more than happy to take all the abuse you can muster, my dear Mueller. Shut up. I take it back. Please don't hurt me. My apologies, everyone. This idiot and I have a bit of a history together. He never learns his lesson, so I always end up having to cut his leash shorter and shorter. Sounds like you're used to dishing out tough love. Love doesn't begin to cover it. There's nothing like having a companion who truly supports you. Then again, who wouldn't want to accompany one such as myself? Known for almost as many virtues and good deeds as the goddess above. Does that count as heresy? I don't even think Adios could get this ne'er-do-well to repent. I'm afraid you're right. But as far as I'm aware, the church's sermons aren't nearly as hard-hitting as mine. No, please, I'll behave myself, Mueller. Please don't encourage his savagery, I beg of you. Something tells me this is their usual friendly banter. We should be going. There's still quite a bit on our agenda. Thank you again for all your help. Don't mention it, all in a day's work. Though, if you don't mind me saying, I wouldn't take my eyes off him if I were you. I know it all too well. And so, our revelry reaches its inevitable denouement. I bid you adieu, ladies and gentlemen. May we meet again, fates permitting. Sure. My only regret is never receiving the luxury of frolicking with Mishi at the off-road resort park. Wait just a moment. Your division takes on contract work, yes? Would that mean I could request you to serve as our guides? Me and my stroke of genius. Why, we'll have so much fun that even an incurable sourpuss like Mueller would. Mueller, it was just a little joke. Wait, no! And there they go. Not every day you meet a duo like them. Though on second thought, I feel there's more to those two than meets the eye. Well, you heard him. Fate's permitting. You might get the chance to ask them yourself sometimes. Honestly, that might be more trouble than it's worth. That man, he basically threatened Olivier the entire time, but is he? No, it couldn't be. Something wrong, Ellie? You've been pretty quiet. No, it's nothing. Cool then. I think this one's a wrap. Ready to head off, Lloyd? Yeah, let's go. Oh, I love that. You dimwit. For once in your life, could you keep your wits in your head where they belong? You know full well the kind of place Crossbill is. It would make my life infinitely easier if you took more consideration for the position you're in. What's this? Sounds like someone's been fretting themselves over little old me. Besides, you know I can't help it. I just had to see the city. All the city has to offer before my duties shackled me. As a result of my little excursion, I feel I've come to understand why they dubbed this place the City of Sin. But that's not all I've caught wind of. A certain someone we know has been shifting his pieces behind the curtain. Is that so? Then at least you managed to get something useful out of all of this. Indeed, and thanks to you, Mueller, I was able to have a little preview of what's to come. Which reminds me, how go the arrangements? I'm only able to romp and frolic about the way I do because I know you can manage just fine without me. I'm not the one to be concerned about, but yes, I've already contacted them. They need to know that our schedule has been delayed. No thanks to you. Well, in that case, let us make haste. It would be unbecoming of us to keep two lovely ladies waiting. Quest, musician manhunt completed. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, no, you don't have anything to talk about. Does anyone out here have anything to talk about? Okay, no. What about you? No. There's no one outside. No, I'm not seeing anyone in here. Oh, well, never mind. Hi, Killica. Well, would you look who it is? Long time no see, Killica. Oh, now isn't this a surprise? Good day, everyone. Fancy seeing you here. It's no accident we crossed paths, actually. Our investigation is what led us to you. We haven't spoken since the Swar's auction, but I'm sure things have been busy for you, as Division Chief of the Rocksmith Agency, that is. Yes, the last time we met, it was under different circumstances. Allow me to reintroduce myself, then. Kilker, an aide to the President of the Calvin Republic, at your service. I have other responsibilities and titles, of course, but they're nothing worth mentioning. Would that include being an entertainment producer, like you mentioned before? It would. Quite legitimately, in fact. It's just one of the many hats I don. There is, for that matter, a production company office back in the Republic as well. I see. In other words, there are no holes to poke in your story. She's a woman with a mask for every situation. And, like any self-respecting spy, she knows how to use them. I like a little mystique. What I wouldn't give to roleplay with her for just one night. That's one of the comments best kept to yourself, Randy. Speaking of which, what kind of business does a presidential aide like yourself have at a place like this? I could have sworn President Rocksmith was touring the IBC building for the day. And he is, as it so happens, the president sent me out on a little errand. I've been shopping undercover for him, but I decided to take a break for a nice casual lunch. An errand? What for? Why, this. Killica took out a pinwheel and blew it. The blades began to spin around and around. A pinwheel? A stalk caught his eye when we passed by in our limousine. According to him, having one on hand would help him relax before the conference starts in earnest tomorrow. He also requested that I procure some fruits to go with his dinner tonight. Guess you really are running errands. The man is a populist. It figures he'd indulge in common trinkets like this, but surely you wouldn't presume us to be so naive as to believe that's all you're here for. You may speculate as much as you wish. Now then, I finished my meal, so I'll have to ask you to excuse me. I wish you luck with your security efforts during the conference. Yes, good luck to you as well. Neat. Okay, so they said Lecter was heading towards where? think they said he was headed towards the administrative district. Maybe not. Library, maybe? Am I just not remembering right, or... Maybe I'm not. Doubt he'd be in here. See, been a lot of police around ever since it was big with the trade conference. I know it's for security purposes and all, but I don't get why they keep eyeing my noodle card. The girl never hurt a fly. Okay, but like... The other girl was talking about Kilka. Okay, Julia Schwartz has a fan club. That's... interesting. Okay. Not noticing anything. No, it's not. I swear they... Let me look this up. Okay, well, whatever. I feel like maybe it was like an either-or kind of situation. I don't know. Anything else? Okay. Let's speak to... There, yep, okay. Some cheery red-haired gentleman asked me to make him a cone with 10 scoops of ice cream. Talk about a tall order, am I right? The guy managed to finish the entire thing in one go, too. He was a zany one, alright. Definitely not what you'd expect from someone dressed like some fancy-pants noble. That sounds like Lecter, alright. Excuse me, do you know what happened? Do you happen to know which way he went? Sure do. Poor fellow got a massive bout of brain freeze and plodded over towards the residential district, clutching his head all the way. Alright, let's sail in. There it is. I guess there really are different species of fish here now. Man, I'm seriously kicking myself for not bringing my fishing rod. What are you doing here, Lecter? Hey, look at that! I managed to reel in a nice catch anyway. No hook needed. 5 big ones with 4 limbs each. Pretty good haul, I'd say. What? Playboy here's trying to say that we took the bait. Hook, line, and sinker. Bullseye! See? This guy gets me. I'm not in the mood for this today. We can't let him steer a conversation. As much as I'd like to talk about fishing, I believe I asked you a question, Lecter. What do you think you're doing here? You're part of the reason why the Red Constellation came to Crossbow. Someone sure isn't beating around the bush today, are they? Cutting straight to the point is the best way of dealing with a slippery snake like yourself. Takes one to know one, but alright, I see how it is. Use your eyes. Can't you see? I came here to take it easy. As awesome as I am, being that old man's guard dog does get pretty exhausting. Old man? You mean Chancellor Osborne? We've been wondering about your relation to him. Are you really one of his closest confidants? Search me. I don't remember the word ever leaving my mouth. Anyway, break time's almost over. It's about time I head back to the old man. See you later, guys. Tell all your CPD buddies I say hi, yeah? What? He totally dodged the question. Guy's too smooth for his own good. Lecter and Killicut, 2 foreign spies. One for Erebonia, the other for Calvard. Both operating within Crossbow City at the same time. What do the rest of you think? It's definitely suspicious. Shouldn't we keep tabs on them, maybe? That sounds easier said than done. I get the impression they both knew we were coming. In that case, we're probably better off handing this over to Dudley and the 1st Division. They might be able to figure something out after cross-checking with their intel. Yeah, good point. Cool, let's swing by the department and hit them up then. Can't believe Speaker McDowell's been keeping this premium fishing spot by his house all to himself. Little shooter can do roe and red flies. Primary rod. We'll be fishing here for a minute now. We got a lot of fishing rods to test out. Turtle. Salamander, okay. Try a row with the little shooter. A gladiator, ooh, that's pretty. Try red flies, why not? Guess again. Red row again too. So far, looks like every bait has hit. Bamboo rod with deluxe dumplings. For a carp, we already have that, and let's do a snow crab. I need to catch more of these, too, man. Another carp. Well, that was useless. Oh, you can use the cast again as bait, though. Nothing for you. Okay. Nah. I can probably do some more catching later. Alright, let's head to the CPD. Wrong door. Special support section. Did you need something? In a way, yes. We have a report to make to the 1st Division. Lloyd informed the detectives that the SSS had encountered Kilika and Lecter in the city. I see. So the key figures from both the Imperial Intelligence Division and the Rocksmith Agency are in the city. This may be cause for concern, Detective Dudley. Would you mind if I asked you what you make of it? How should we interpret 2 major spies from the major powers appearing on the eve of the trade conference? It certainly seems to be more than mere happenstance. Especially when they claim they're just running errands or having a breather. You can understand why we were being skeptical of that. Mind games. They clearly have their reasons for being here. But if anyone should be able to suss them out, it's the SSS. You were the ones who spoke with them directly. Yeah, you might be onto something there. So, Bannings, allow me to ask a question of my own this time. Why do you suspect they've appeared in the city? Surely you've ascertained something based on your conversations or the locations they visited. Tell me what you have, even if it's nothing more than conjecture. Well, if you insist. Security for the dignitaries. I mean, that's possible, scoping out places and whatnot. Rest and relaxation, definitely not. To hold a private meeting, I don't... That's maybe... That's probably it. It's possible they were looking for an opportunity to arrange a private meeting. A private meeting? What makes you think that, Bannings? Our first eyewitness reports on each of them both came from the Harbor District. Granted, this was before we started pursuing one or the other, but it's hard to shrug it off as coincidence. That's a good point. Thinking back, President Rocksmith has had a tour of the IBC plant since yesterday. That would provide a convenient opportunity to meet in secret at the Harbor District. Not to mention, they could use the Mishi event going at the park right now as a diversion. And it would take place while both were undercover, with Arundel taking it easy and Roran shopping for President Rocksmith. It certainly is plausible. Okay, it's a nice theory, but what would those two even have to chat about? Should the Empire and the Republic be on opposite sides? It's not entirely out of the question. The cult incident led to the ousting of longtime Diet members from the Imperial and Republican factions, diminishing the major power's sway over Crossbow. And now, with our new mayor and speaker on good terms, the state government has gradually become more influential on an international level. Ereboni and Calvert can't be pleased with that. It's doubtful that they would allow it to continue. I hadn't thought that far ahead. Makes sense. If there's one common interest between major powers, it's keeping the little guy down. Well, I have no means of confirming as much. It appears all but certain that something is brewing behind the scenes. That's all we can say for now. The 1st Division will keep tabs on Lecter Arundel and Kilika Rurin. Thank you for your report, SSS. Glad to be of help. I truly hope that tomorrow's conference ends peacefully. As do I, but as members of the Force, all we can do for the moment is our sworn duty. If anything else happens, come and report it to me directly. Thanks, Dudley. We'll remember that. Yeah. Okay, we have Bracing for Battle and East Crosswell Highway Monster. Okay, so if we... let's ride the car. I feel like I should start with, like... Can't drive the Stargate's tower, unfortunately. I feel like I just start with St. Ursula's and work my way clockwise, I guess. Oh, hi there. This is Prince Albert's private limousine. He is currently under the protection of Arius McLean from the Bracer Guild, in whom I've placed my utmost faith. Can we just... Be mindful that Prince Albert of Rembafaria is currently visiting the hospital. Man, though, we knew he was coming, and I still tense up the second he arrived. I'm lucky I even managed a proper welcome. I don't mind my manners while he's here. Can't risk damaging St. Ursula's pristine reputation. I had the honor of meeting Prince Albert of Rembafaria a little while ago. Being the ruler of an entire country, I just assumed he would be more of a high and mighty type. But instead, he took the time out of his day to speak with a plain old nurse like me, who knew he was so personable. People say that princely family of the Rembafaria invests a great deal of time and money into healthcare. There's a reason their nation has the most advanced healthcare system on the continent. It must be wonderful to live in a place where illness isn't a constant looming worry. Crossbow was such a weird departure from Liberal, too. You know, Liberal has that much more, like, rustic vibe. But Crossbow, I mean, you get to Crossbow, and suddenly there's internet. You get, like, skyscrapers, video games. It's weird. Prince Albert may still be young, but he's the bona fide head of Rembafaria. I hear the people of the Principality love him, too. He must be quite the man. By the way, McCloud, we're sitting in one of Dr. Gailey's surgeries for tomorrow's class, right? Is it going to be your first time seeing a live operation? Yeah, it is. Personally, I can't wait. It feels like I'm finally taking the first step towards becoming a real doctor. I didn't expect you to be so enthusiastic. Well, just try to keep yourself together in there. Nothing to report. Second floor. This floor belongs to our female staff. Don't tell anyone, but I always put a bit more love into sprucing up this floor than the boys. Just kidding, I put my back into cleaning every region of this place, no exceptions. Don't worry, I'll check you over head to toe with the super duper handy dandy x-ray machine. Is she giving a sleep checkup? The weather's so nice today, I bet the laundry's gonna dry in no time. This warm weather always makes me so sleepy, though. Maybe I'll take one of the sheets and wrap myself in it again. This is where the research ward... This is the way to the research ward, isn't it? We don't have any business there right now. Well, you know, gotta double check. Well then! Hi! Oh, is that the SSS? Well no, isn't this a surprise? Prince Albert of Rembafaria. And Arios too. I wasn't expecting to see all of you here. Your Lordship, this is the special support section that I mentioned earlier. Yes, I gathered as much. It is a pleasure to meet you, ladies and gentlemen of the SSS. My name is Elbert Bon Bartholomeus, though you may know me better as Head of State of the Principality of Rembafaria. I understand that all of you have been working hard for the sake of Crossbell's future. It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Lordship. I have been hoping to have this opportunity, actually. Arius has told me quite a bit about your division. There's even a familiar face among you. It's been quite some time, Miss McDowell. Indeed it has. I'm glad to see you're doing well, Your Lordship. Though I certainly didn't expect to see you here today. Are you perhaps performing an inspection of the hospital? Yes, indeed. Rembafaria is one of St. Ursula's sponsors, you see. I also wanted the honor of meeting the lovely daughter Arios is always telling me about. Please, Your Lordship, the honor is mine. And I was asked to be his escort, though personally I'd rather he travel with a few more guards. While he prefers to be accompanied by no more than myself, and a chauffeur is beyond me. My confidence in you is just that high, Arios, my friend. Not to mention, a security detail would have only served to interfere with the hospital's normal proceedings. His lordship seems pretty popular. Not only does Arios know him, but Ellie too. You're right, from the sound of it, he and Dr. Sayland are also acquainted. Who'd have thought the Grand Prince of Remiferi was such a social butterfly? At any rate, I know that you have my full support as well, SSS. Keep up the good work. We will, and thank you for saying so. Be careful on your way back to the state guest house, your lordship. We'll do what we can to make your stay here a safe one during the conference. Glad to hear it. In return, I'll do my best not to disappoint in the main session. It is my understanding you've been staying here on account of your vision loss. Is that right, Shizuku? You must have been through so much, but I hope you have just as much faith in the doctors here as I do. Though it may take some time, I know a full recovery is possible, so long as you keep fighting and never give up hope. Yes, I won't. Thank you, your lordship. His lordship insisted on meeting Shizuku. As a father, I'm flattered. I owe him my thanks yet again. By the way, is Ki okay? She was acting a little strange today. Was she? I noticed that too, actually. She seemed to be spacing out. Did something happen during the unveiling ceremony? I'm not sure, and it might not be all that big of a deal, but for some reason, Kia started acting strange after the unveiling. She just stood there, staring. Maybe she was just speechless over how large the tower was. Oh, I guess that could have been it. I can't say for sure either way, but I'll keep what you said in mind. Kia has a good friend in you, Shizuku. Thank you for always thinking of her. You're welcome, but I'm sure I was only worrying over nothing. Thank you for listening. Oh my god. Shizuki, she's just such an adorable kid. What? The Trials writers just write kids like way too adorably. How are you feeling, Michael? I haven't had a single spasm, Miss Cecile. I can barely believe it. That's great to hear. You're going to be discharged in no time, and that means you'll be able to live with your parents again. Yeah, it makes me so happy, but kind of sad, too. Once I go back to Le Mans, I won't be able to see you and Shizuku anymore. We've been fighting this together for a long time now, haven't we? I'll miss you too, Michael. But no matter how far apart we are, the bond we share will never break. That's how I see it, anyway. Yeah, you're right, Miss Cecile. Thank you for everything. I'll never forget you. Dr. Sayland is young for a doctor, but she carries herself with a cool, composed air of a longtime veteran. She's the perfect role model for someone like me. I aspire to be even half the woman she is someday. If I want to follow in her footsteps, I'm going to have to start by following her example. The hospital's reputation has taken a heavy blow after that whole incident with Joachim. Even so, I'm a doctor. My responsibility is to my patients first and foremost. So long as we keep our good faith close to heart, I'm sure the trust we've lost will return in due time. My colleague took time out of his busy schedule to come visit me. He told me not to worry about work and concentrate on getting back into fighting shape again. He has a point. I'm never going to be able to go back to my job if I can't get out of this hospital. I heard they finally unveiled that new building in the city today. What's it called again? Orcus Tower. I wish I could have had the chance to see all the hubbub for myself. Well, at least I have something to look forward to once I'm discharged. You have no idea how much I wanted to go and see Orcus Tower unveiling today. Honestly, it feels like forever since I last had a day off. Nothing I can do about that, though. I just gotta keep it at it until I earn my next vacation. Cecile is the kind of woman compassionate enough to make a meaningful connection with any patient. That's a rare trait, even among our best. She was born with a gift, and this career path makes use of it perfectly. Put it that way, perhaps it was the goddess herself who guided Cecile into pursuing a career in nursing. I caught Sarone getting some sunbathing on the rooftop the other day. She was laying there with the sheets she just tried wrapped around her like a cocoon. What is wrong with that girl? Why do I get the feeling that this isn't the last time she's going to do this? Probably because it's not. I wish to let me go already. I'm so tired of these dinky little hospital meals, but it was a nice juicy steak. The food they serve at this hospital would make any nutritionist happy. I'm surprised how much thought they put into it. No doubt it's contributed to how much progress I've made recovering from my surgery. My primary physician, Dr. Lago, is supposed to be out of town today. My checkup is with Dr. Salin. She seems fairly young. I hope she knows what she's doing well enough. Dr. Lago is currently away on a business trip. I believe he's at an academic conference somewhere abroad. For the time being, Dr. Salin is heading the internal medicine department in his absence. Do you smell that? It's almost therapeutic, don't you think? His Lordship Prince Albert is touring St. Ursula with Mr. McLean today. If I remember correctly, they said they'd visit Shizuku once they finished. They're probably doing that as we speak. To think, I was personally thanked by Prince Albert of Rimaferia. It's surreal, after all the support his Lordship has given St. Ursula as its primary sponsor. I'd say him visiting was exactly the morale boost the staff needed. No, I don't want to get a shot. Let me go home already. There, everything's going to be just fine. I'll be right there with you, okay? Learning the truth about Dr. Gunter this past spring was a shock I never could have predicted. It put me in a depression I couldn't shake, even after Dr. Salin arrived to fulfill her new post. But you know what she told me? There are patients who need you, Layton. Now isn't the time to let them down. It was exactly what I needed to hear. Ever since, I've been happy to follow her lead. So, Al will be coming here after his little inspection is over, will he? You'd think he'd be too busy for that, considering how occupied he is by the conference tomorrow. That man never changes. Did you just call him Al? Could they be old friends or something? It might be more than that, I'm not sure. Well, maybe we'll learn. Has Chief Ursuline slept in again, Schiller? I wouldn't doubt it. She was holed up in the research ward until early this morning. What was she thinking? She knew Prince Albert's visit was today. His Lordship is already here. Oh, never mind. Just drag her out of bed, and don't you dare let her wave you off. Okay, good luck with that. Is this one over? No, okay. Well, that is one down. Prison security was heavily revamped after the cult incident. Being overrun by the brainwashed CGF was inexcusable, even if they are an elite unit. That jailbreak is a black spot in the prison's honor and reputation. We're taking a number of precautions to ensure nothing like that ever happens again. Before his promotion, Deputy Commander Douglas of the CGF was an instructor here at the Academy. He taught several practical training courses and often took it upon himself to help out with our survival training exercises as well. Believe me when I say this, that man was absolutely ruthless when he wants to be. I've watched recruits drop like flies one after another from his drills. Even now just thinking about it sends a chill down my spine. That's his style though. He's the kind of leader that'll give you the nicest smile in the world while demanding you move mountains for him. I see why they call him Douglas the Demon. I'm a little envious you two got to train with the deputy commander. Guardsmen often call him the CGF's Ray of Hope. It would have been nice to learn under him during my time as a cadet. I guess you have a point. I'm certainly grateful for how many times his lessons have helped me in an actual pinch. It's true, the Academy turned out many upstanding officers during his tenure as an instructor, Lloyd included. Selfish as it may sound, it made my heart ache to see him walk away from his position here. But I understand that his duty was to the CGF first and foremost. Plus, it's hard to turn down a direct request from Commander Bales. No unit this time? Sad. My finest men and women are guarding the head of state at Mishlam. Each of them consistently performs well in live combat exercises, so the safety of the dignitaries is guaranteed. Well, now you've jinxed it! We've got to keep a tight lookout at the border for the duration of the conference. If anything were to happen while the dignitaries are in Crossbell, it could turn into an international incident. This is a monumental responsibility for the CGF has on its shoulders. You'd figure there's no traffic over here. The security measures Commander Bales laid out for the conference are both sound and judicious. By allocating only as many capable personnel as required, we won't have to compromise on protecting the borders either. Proper leadership like this would have never been possible under the former commander. Gileath Oswald of Ereboni will be attending the trade conference. They call him the Blood and Iron Chancellor. His alias comes from his motto, "Our nation's peace will be built on a foundation of blood and iron, on our troops and our armaments." Under his leadership, Ereboni hasn't shied away from annexing autonomous states by force. Without a doubt, he's the person that Crossbow has to be the most cautious of. Yeah? I can't see Crossbow ever getting annexed, though. Come on. Syl and I are officially item, but I haven't been able to ask her out on a single date. Sure, the trade conference security stuff's taken up a lot of my time, but I've never been good at this sort of thing anyway. Kless and I started seeing each other a while ago, just to give things a try. But weirdly enough, we're not acting any differently than we did before we started dating. Is there really nothing more to it? Maybe just being in a relationship to begin with is the part guys care about. I wouldn't know. The new armored cars have been in service for a while now, and dang, are they cool. They've got powerful missile launchers and reinforced armor plating. Without a doubt, they're the CGF's most powerful weapons. They may not hold a candle to other countries' airships and tanks, but they still strike a good balance between form and function. Oh yeah, you're the military geek, aren't you? If you're looking for Commander Bales, she's leading the security detail at Michelin for the day. The dignitaries will be staying at the state guest house, making it the focal point of our defense. So that means you're running the show here in place of the commander, right now? Right now, eh? I don't know. Can Little Miss Warrant Officer really stand in for the great Commander Bales? Well, that was uncalled for. Regardless of your concerns, I used to do this all the time when the former commander was slacking. And I'll be perfectly fine in Commander Bales' absence, too. You'll see. Keep up the energy, and you might just pull through. Okay. Nothing out here. Is that all Bellegarde had to offer? Of course not. One more place. My buddy Burrell is stationed over at Tangram Gate. He says they're getting worked into the ground every day with how strict the new deputy commander is. I think just about anyone would prefer that to having an incompetent superior officer, though. Commander Bales is pretty strict herself, but I take her over our old commander any day. I saw a Crimson Orbital train pass under the gate this morning. It was the same one reserved for use by the Imperial government. Prince Albert and the Blood and Iron Chancellor were likely on board. That means the trade conference has truly begun. I've got to stay sharp. Alrighty. Where'd I park? There we go. So that was Bellegarde. Guerrilla Fortress is just... I mean... Reen and Co. should be on their way there shortly. Like, basically tomorrow. Yeah, no, not even basically. Actually tomorrow. Let's go... Let's see. Check the doll studio. I doubt I need to, but... I feel like I should at least check it once a day. There's no Ren here anymore, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Yep, nothing. Oops. Didn't mean to shoot. Let's go to Maine's. Didn't they say there was something going on in Maine's? Or... whose car is that? Oh, that's, friggin'... Ren's... doing that... Oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? I'm so bad with names! Harold. Oh, would you look at that? Harold came to pay us a visit. Good timing. The last batch of stock I bought from him was starting to run low. Hi, Mr. Hayworth. Did you come to do business with Daddy? That's exactly right, Kimmy. I have a lot of goods for him to see today. I even brought along that Mishy plush you've had your eyes on. Wow, really? Hooray! There's nothing more uplifting than a child's smile. My husband forgot his lunch yesterday, so I went out over to deliver it to him. And who did I find wandering the mine but Alec? I gave him a good scolding for not listening to me. Honestly, that boy, I've told him 1,000 times to stay outside where it's safe. I'm worried enough with my husband down there every day. I don't need to worry about Alec, too. Are the miners off today? Seems like it. I dropped by the unveiling ceremony while I was delivering some septium to the city earlier today. The crowd is pretty hyped up for the reveal of Orcus Tower. You could probably get a great view of the city from the roof. That's gotta be on my bucket list for sure. The miners had the day off, so they've been drinking since the sun came up. Why don't you join them for a round? Just because the miners had the day off doesn't mean they can just sit around and drink all day. Whenever I have alcohol, I get hammered instantly and forget everything. What's so great about that? You know, Chief, you were pretty dang terrifying yesterday. Alec ended up getting the same verbal beating that you usually give us. If you're gonna scold your child, you better do it right. It's for their own good, after all. You'll understand if you ever become a parent yourself someday. I'll take your word for it. There's a poster here. There's Eagle and Specialty Fried Fish, a classic. There's a recipe for fried fish written here. Oh. Well, that's... These poster things are, just finding these recipes is gonna be hard, isn't it? Bet you there's one in, like, every inn. I'm just blind. The mine is closed for the day. I'm sure you know what you're doing, but watch out for monsters if you plan to go on inside. Orcus Tower, the continent's first true skyscraper. Ideally, I'd welcome any technological advancement with open arms, but in this case, my feelings are mixed. I get the sense that every step forward leaves Maine's yet another step behind. My apologies. The last thing you need is an old man's ramblings on your mind. Man. Mom and Dad yelled at me again. All I did was go to the back of the mine. What's so bad about that? Hey, Loggy, you got any spicy stories to share? Of course I don't. You really think I got the patience to go around chasing skirts? Ugh, you're no fun. Maybe Gans would have something for me. Something involving those beautiful bouncy bunny girls at the casino? Don't know. Don't care. There's never a quiet moment around here once Emmy and Loggy get together. It's always nice when two siblings get along, isn't it? Max is out drinking with Hoffman today. He works harder than the others, twice as hard even. I'd say he's earned a nice day off. Right, so that was Maine's nothing doing. Okay. Go to Armorica. We have a quest there. My accent slips out whenever I get too excited. The younger generations don't talk like that anymore, though, so I'll have to fix it if I want to fit in. But when I asked my sister Myra for help, she just told me not to worry about it. What kind of half-hearted advice is that? At this rate, I'm gonna be a country bumpkin forever. Elkin has what they call an Armorican accent. It's a way of speaking that's been passed down for generations, but the only people who still have it are him and Donald. He's been trying to get rid of it, but I say there's no sense in trying to do that. It's part of what makes him an Armorican. Men worry about the silliest things. Did you guys hear? They revealed Orcish Tower over to the city today. The heck's an Orcish Tower? Some kind of food or something? Can we eat it? Huh? No, it's just a really big building. They say you can see all of Crossbow from the top. Really? No way, I want to go. My lower back's been acting up lately. Being old is not all it's cracked up to be. Sooner or later, I'll have to retire. Once that happens, I'll have to pass the store on to Jake. But no matter what I say, he's never shown even a speck of interest. Krauss wants me to take over the store for him, but real talk, that sounds like a total drag. My big plan for the future is to move to the city and strike it rich. How? I mean, I guess, you know, makes sense, like American Dream and all that. Or, I guess, Crossbellin Dream? A couple of races are here to take on some monsters. I have to be extra nice to them as thanks for all their hard work. I'm planning on asking Seely out soon. After coming here every day for a while, I think we're getting pretty close. Bet you she says yes. I bet you she says no. Foreign leaders from all over are gathering together in Crossbell. Talk about an unprecedented event in estate history. And this whole conference thing was proposed by the city's new mayor. Bold and innovative, just what you'd expect from the CEO of the IBC. I was planning to go check out some more books at the library earlier today, but I forgot the highway would be heavily restricted on account of the Calbardian president passing through. Thanks to that, I didn't do anything productive this morning. It's enough to drive a man to tears. Yep, that's what I thought. I will talk to them last. She'll be lodging up here for a while then? Yes, Girlfriend was very gracious in allowing us to stay in this room. I'm thinking of helping him out at the inn to show my thanks. That's a wonderful idea. I bet it'll be much easier to run this place with the third set of hands around. I got orbital versions of standard farming equipment these days. Orbital plows for tilling, orbital tractors for harvesting. Both are essential for farmers in this modern era. Of course, all we got here in Armorica is the worn-out manual ones. I pitched some ideas on how to keep Armorica afloat to the chief yesterday. But, to no one's surprise, he shot them all down, and we ended up having the same old arguments again. Doesn't my father realize how much is at stake for the village right now? Sounds like both of you are just too stubborn. Nothing good comes from blindly ignoring tradition in favor of reform. I know Derek's heart is in the right place. He only wants what's best for the village. But even so, we need to consider things carefully so that we don't lose sight of how this village ought to be. I don't know, man. The argument between Derek and his father become more volatile with each passing day. I'm always able to calm them down in the end, but things are getting quickly out of hand. It's worrisome, to say the least. Hopefully we've already seen the worst of it. I don't think so. Alright, let's go do this request. There you guys are. Tio, my sweet angel. Wait, is she not back yet? Well, there goes my motivation. Sorry to disappoint. Don't be. The guild should be issuing a formal apology for her on a nearly daily basis. I can forgive her, especially when you're looking as smoking as ever, Aeolia. Why not take this chance to hop off the Teotot train and onto the Orlando Express? I'll pass. Next up, Singlesville. Randy. Guess that's the end of that line. Please, Randy, give it up already. Our apologies, Lynn. Could you tell us about your request? Sure, it's pretty simple. All we ask is that you join us for a training session. In other words, let's have a scrimmage. A scrimmage? You mean you want the SSS to fight against you guys? Why make a request like that now, of all times? Well, because it wouldn't have been a fair match until now. I guess you're not wrong. Must you put it so bluntly, though? Don't take it too harshly. At least that means we recognize how far you've come. In fact, that's exactly why we want to see what you can dish out for ourselves. My downtime just so happens to overlap with Lynn's right now, so if we're gonna do this, it needs to be soon. Though it's a shame we couldn't have Scott and Wenzel join in too. If those two were here, this fight would be even more daunting than it already is. Still, you've got a point. Opportunities like this don't come around every day. Hell yeah. I'm always down to get hot and heavy with a more experienced partner. Are you now? I never would have pegged the son of the war god as preferring the low ground. Low ground, I don't get... Oh. Wazy, would you please stop tainting Noelle's innocent mind? Your new members are a riot. Funny, and from the looks of it, quite skilled too. If you say so, I don't think I'm anything particularly special. I am. Do your worst. Oh my god. They're so opposite, I love it. Oh yeah, does that mean you accept? What's the call, leader? You're on. If it's a fight you want, then that's what you'll get. Where would we be doing this? We're thinking an open space that's out of the way. How does the clearing by the entrance sound? We already checked with the village chief and got the okay. I'm itching to get started right now if you're up for it. Are you all stocked up and geared out? We can wait a bit if you need some time. Let's see. Give us some time to prepare. We'll need a minute to prepare. Would you mind waiting for us? Yeah, go ahead. If you got other pressing business to take care of first, that's cool too. We're only doing this to take advantage of some free time anyway. Don't worry about us. We'll be here whenever you're ready. Thanks, you two. Let's rest. Alright. Bargain bin bracers no more. Yep, all set to go. What do you say we take this outside? By which I mean, consider your challenge officially accepted. Now you're speaking my language. May the best team win. Quest bracing for battle started. Wow, we've drawn quite a crowd. Looks like word got out about our little match. No way the bracers lose. They're gonna wipe the floor with those cops. Wipe the floor? Why would they mop outside? It's just get all muddy. Polly, he means that the police don't stand a chance. I'm not so sure that's true, though. I think the SSS is pretty strong, too. Boy howdy, I'm getting fired up. Who do you reckon's gonna win, Chief? That's a tough call. Both groups have been a great help to us in the past. Even Chief told us here. Well, actually, he was the only one we told about the match in the first place. Word always gets around in a small community like this one way or another. What'd you expect? That's over half the town right there. It's starting to make me a little nervous. Nothing wrong with having an audience every once in a while. Alright, let's get this show on the road. First, we need to figure out how we want to do this. This many people gives us a lot of options to choose from. That said, I think an old-fashioned 2-on-2 fight would be best. You read my mind. Does that sound alright to you guys? I don't have a problem with it. It's your request, after all. Can we pick who you'll be fighting? Sure thing. Just as long as you're one of them, Lloyd. Huh? Why me? Come on, don't act so surprised. We're not only here to test your physical strength. We want to see how unified the SSS is with you at the helm. That's right, there's no point if the leader doesn't participate. I guess that makes sense. Man, what the hell? I can't even leave the station while this guy's freight hopping into the hearts of every damn girl he sees. So this is the little brother charm in action. I just take notes for my hosting job. I'm gonna do us all a favor and pretend I didn't hear any of that. Anyway, those conditions sound perfectly fine to me. In any case, who would you like to partner up with, Lloyd? Let's see. Oh, man. Let's see, 2-on-2. Like, Ellie is set up for healing, and Randy is set up for straight damage. Wazy is set up for big spells. Noelle is just, like, good debuffs? Really? So, who would I pick? Honestly, I feel like I want to pick Ellie just because, like, healing, and I feel like this would be canon. I don't know, though. Yeah, we'll do Ellie, why not? Can I count on you, Ellie? Why, of course. Let's show them what we're made of. We have our matchup. Alright, you two, ready your weapons. Here we go. Actually, who has Lynn and Aeolia? Let's see, Bracer Lynn, a superb bracer from the crossbow branch. Fights with expert level Taito techniques. 7,900, that's not bad. Wow. So she is a debuffer. Bracer Aeolia, a superb bracer from the crossbow branch, utilizes medical acumen for both offense and defense. Not what I expected you to do, but sure. Well, she is immune to everything, and Lynn is weak to stat down. What? I was literally spamming it, what the hell? Damn, no crit for Lloyd. Give him more CP back. Man, you just can't touch Ellie, apparently. Let's start by taking Aeolia out. Well, never mind. I said that, but then... Yeah, well, that happened. Nope. Well, that death blows. Wonderful.
Yosh.
Stand. Oh no. I like it. Quick, blue drop.
Yosh.
Nuke her with arts! Ow, that hurts.
私の番ね。エニグマ駆動。
よしはーよしはーそれ
Let's get that speed down again. Blue drop, I think, did more damage. Oh, good. Oh, okay.
任せてくれはーだー任せてくれやっと
私の番ね。
That should kill you, right? On a critical too? Yeah, that should do it. Jeez! You okay there? Huh. Did we get him? I believe so, but I can tell they're all holding back their strength. Did you really have to add that? Like, could we just not... we just, like, can't be as strong as them? Okay. I'm surprised. You guys are pretty good. Agreed. You had much more synergy than I was expecting. You say that, but it obviously didn't manage to phase you. We held back a little, sure, but not as much as you're thinking. Either way, it was a good fight all the same. Does that wrap up our training, then? Why the hurry? Don't tell us that one little scuffle was enough to satisfy you. Would it be bad if I said it did? Come on, no need to be so modest. How about we go all out this time? Us two versus the entire SSS. You want to fight all 5 of us at once? How the hell would that be fair for you? Hey, we didn't call this training for nothing. Ha! Incredible, she's radiating energy. It's an Easter technique known as Qigong. Or Qigong, whatever. This ain't gonna be fun to deal with. Someone knows this stuff. Aeolia. Right. Did you just heal us? Letting us all put our best feet forward, I see. Yep, this way we can fight. We can all fight without inhibition. But enough talk. Come on, SSS, rise to the challenge. Guess we can't say no. Lloyd, who should fall back and support the other 4? I'm gonna keep it as we've been, Wazy, on support. Gladly. Here we come. Oh, this is actually happening. Okay.
無駄ですよーし
Wait, they're different scans again? Okay, brace her Lynn. Lynn at her full strength fights with expert level Taito techniques.
さてと
You did not refill my EP though. Aeolia at her full strength utilizes medical acumen for both offense and defense.
無駄です行きます
Aeolia still resists everything. Okay. I'm gonna do the heavy smash though because yeah. You missed.
よし。はあ。
I hate it.
やっ。
私の番ね。
Alright, I'd rather just do the damagey stuff.
俺の番だな。
ほら。ありがとう。
Can you just, like, not do that, please?
行き
You
ます
trying
よ
to get this stuff out.
任せてくれ。
Are you... What?
みんな一気に行くぞ。
任せろ。
Shoot. Neither of them can be delayed. Okay, Death Storm. No KO. Kidding me? Oh my god. Wait, I thought Lloyd was on the crit. What happened?
よし。
That had delay on it too. Oh my god. Look at all of these freaking idiots.
行きます。はあ。さてと。
Of course, I don't have enough EP. Okay.
ありがとう。
えい。
ありがとう。
ありがとう。
俺の番だな。
And we're in distance again.
私の番ね。
すんない。みんな。
I just healed him!
熱い。無駄です。
Please let her still be with you.
さあ、
助かります。
Thank you. Of course, we just turn like Randy, and you do way too much damage.
あ 私の番ですね。
Oh my god. Of course, she can't even run close to him. Can we get a, please get this heavy smash to actually hit? Thank you.
お返し
God.
さてとエニグマ駆動。
行くぜ。ほら。
ありがとう。
ありがとう。
お返しだ。
This is obnoxious. Can I get a turn, please?
俺の番だな。
Apparently not.
Oh. 私の番ね。みんな頑張って。助かります。よーし。さあ行きますよ。
Crap, that's gonna hurt. Never mind, no, it doesn't hurt, it just auto kills you.
行くぜ。
Okay.
ほら。
ありがとう。よし。えいっと。
任せろ。
God, I couldn't even get a cast on this. It's insane. Just move way too quickly.
私の番ですね。
Suppose I could do that.
私の番ね。
See, you are at 3,000, and you are at 29. Okay.
みんな頑張って。助かります。
What is
世話が
Weezy?
焼けるな。
行くぜ。任せろ。
I gotta take her down.
戦場をかけつわものどもを貫け。
That didn't kill you. Are you kidding me? Just gotta kill. That did no damage. Why did that do no damage?
私の番ですね。
Oh my god.
さあ行 行きますよ。
Why am I doing so little damage? Jeez. There's one. Okay. Sure. Sure. At this point, whatever. That wasn't enough. Of course it wasn't. And who are you gonna kill now? Oh good, you killed the one. Wonderful.
私の番ね。見えた。さあ、これはどう？
俺の番だな。ほら。
助かります。無駄です。
俺の番だな。
私の番ですね。
Debilitate.
そっか。
行くぞ。はあ。それ。
I really need you to get less turns. Steal Lloyd.
ありがとう。
Never mind.
すまない。みんな。
私の番ね。
God, that just pisses me off so much.
エニグマ、クロー。
行くぜ。
Like, dude, there's no cooldown on this. You could just use that, like,
Yosh.
return in a row, it seems.
そっか。
甘いぜ。
ありがとう。行くぞ。えいと。
さてと。
There we go. My God.
上出来かしら。さすがですね。
That was awful. Is it over? Yeah, we did it. That was pretty incredible, though. You took on all 5 of us and still put up a hell of a fight. Agreed. It was a struggle to the very end. That, you know, you're not wrong there. I figured it would turn out this way. I think if we had done a few things differently, we could have turned the tables. Still, it doesn't matter in the end. The SSS won this fair and square. All of you make for one strong team now. Congratulations on the victory. Oh, that's amazing. All of my stamina has returned. Oh man, getting healed by Aeolia twice in one day. Pinch me, Adios. I think I'm in heaven. Don't mention it, Randy. Would you like to go another round so I can heal you a 3rd time? Easy there. The spirit is willing, the flesh is spongy and bruised. What's wrong? Not ready to eat the goddess just yet? Can it, Wazy? At least they alleviated some of the tension. You guys really are something else. I could watch you go back and forth for hours. Our pleasure? Alright guys, show's over. We're calling it a day here. Yes, nothing further to see here, everyone. You heard the young ladies. Let's break it up, folks. This was enough of a distraction for one day. Come on now, back to work. You got it, Chief. Alright, kids, off we go. Whoo-wee, that was a heck of a tussle. Thanks again for letting us use this place to spar, Chief Tolta. We got some valuable training in thanks to you. It's not as though we didn't get anything out of it. The villagers needed a bit of a diversion. Besides, you two have granted many of our village's requests. It's the least I could do to return the favor. Take care now. I'm glad they got a kick out of all that. So, Lynn, did training with us live up to your expectations? It sure did. You guys are even stronger than I was expecting. Guess that proves all your hard work has been paying off. But don't go thinking you'll be able to beat us again next time. We'll be serving you some payback one of these days. Anytime. I'd love to have a rematch if you ever find the chance. My schedule's always empty, ladies. For now, I'm content that we've gotten a better idea of how each of you fights. You especially, Lloyd. Your Todfa technique really had my interest. The police focus on teaching suppression techniques, right? Yeah, surprised you could tell. But what about that caught your attention? Well, Todfas originally came from the East, right? You're familiar with them, then? I wouldn't call myself an expert, but yeah, a little. I got the feel for a few different Eastern weapons while I was a student, like chakrams or the 3-section staff. On that note, I think I might know how to improve that spinning craft you got, Lloyd. Improve? You think it can be even stronger? Only one way to find out. I can give you a quick lesson right now if you like. Want to give it a try? You do that for me? I couldn't possibly say no. Lucky you, Lloyd. It's not often Lynn is willing to take on a student. While he's learning that, what do you say to going over the Ash Tree Inn so I can learn more about you, Aeolia? I'll pass, thanks. I just can't catch a break. Have you still not learned your lesson, Randy? Sorry to hold us up, guys. Would you mind waiting until we're done with this lesson? Not at all. A chance like this doesn't come around often. You should take it. Give us a little twirl so you can see how it's done. We'll be cheering you on from over here, Lloyd. Yeah, you got this. If you say so. Alright, let's get started. Right. I think I got it. Congrats, you pass. Now you just have to get accustomed to using it in actual combat and make it your own. Phew, I think I can do that. Thanks for all the help, Lynn. Well done. Congrats, Lloyd. Thanks, you two. It's amazing, though. Just a few slight adjustments and the force is exerted in a completely different way. Spiraling moves like the one I just taught you are derived from the Helix form. Oh, really? It's used by the practitioners of the 8 Leaves One Blade style, which, of course, means Arias knows it too. The great thing about this form is that it's a fundamental building block. You can apply it to all kinds of different techniques. They said that those who master the Helix and Void forms will attain Enlightenment, the pinnacle of martial arts. Helix, Void, and Enlightenment. That's as far as I understand about the subject, so there's nothing more I can teach you. Basically, Enlightenment isn't something the average person can reach, even if they spend their whole life trying. Only a handful across the continent have ever achieved it. Hey! I know a guy who mastered both, Helix and Void. I'm pretty sure his name's Cassius motherfucking Bright. Really? That few? I heard stories about that kind of stuff. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. That's definitely the word for it. Obviously, I'm not saying you need to reach enlightenment yourself, but you should keep fine-tuning your skills regardless. I'll do what I can. Shoot, let's wrap this up for now. It's almost time for our next job. Right, we really should be going. I suppose we're all busy this week, aren't we? Yeah, our schedules are packed thanks to the trade conference. I understand the need for it, but Michel truly does run a tight ship. He has all of our shifts planned down to the very last minute. That's absurd. Luckily, he still gives us time for breaks every now and then. Anyway, we need to get going. Keep up the good work out there. Goodbye, everyone. Right, thank you for everything. Lloyd learned Raging Spin. His Axle Rush craft was strengthened to Raging Spin. Its attack power and range have been increased. Additionally, enemies will be drawn towards Lloyd upon usage. Well, that seemed good. There are more people to talk to here. It doesn't take long to do Armorica. Okay, it's only like half of the people here too then. Cool. Naughty. Okay. Maybe the chief has something to say? Nope, guess not. I guess we're good. Well, let's go and do... That leaves what? Tangram? Or not Tangram. Is it Tangram? Yeah, it is Tangram. That just leaves Tangram Gate, actually. Okay. Yeah, I mean, might as well finish up. That will leave us with... we can also do that, I suppose, too. Rest here. President Rocksmith's limousine came through here this morning. Between preparing to receive him and redirecting traffic, we've been very busy today. With all these foreign dignitaries coming to Crossbelt, the CGF has to be especially on its toes. President Rocksmith is known to the Republic as a man of the people. I wonder what kind of man he is behind closed doors. From what we understood talking to Kilika, kind of whimsical. Interesting. President Rocksmith has been securely escorted to Crossbow City without incident. We will continue to stay vigilant throughout the trade conference. All the vehicles that couldn't pass through Tangram Hill due to traffic restrictions had been rushing through one after another. I was sort of expecting this, but that doesn't make us any less busy. Man, I wanted to be on security detail at Michelin too. I've only been once, but the food in the restaurant there was amazing. And again, Michelin is shut down while the trade conference is in progress, so I guess that place won't even be open. You can't talk about Kelvar without mentioning the diverse melting pot of cultures they have. Eastern culture in particular has quite the impact on their culinary arts. There's a lot a cook like me can learn from all that excellent Eastern cuisine. Oh. Magazine titled March on the Wild. March on, Wild Soldier is at ease on the barrel. Guard paintwork, sure. Word is that visiting dignitaries will get to see Ark and CL perform tonight. I suppose that's the privilege afforded to the guests of the state. Boy, do I envy them. $500 Mira? Sure, why not? No one ain't there. Commander Bales' promotion and Sergeant Major Seeker's transfer ended up happening around the same time. As a result, Tangram Gate doesn't have nearly as many women stationed here as it used to. I know there's nothing we can do about it, but it's still a pity. It's lonely without you and the commander around. Who am I supposed to gossip with now? Not to interject, but can't you just gossip with the male guardsman? Are you really that oblivious? Ladies can't gossip the way they want with a man around. That sounds like a double standard to me, but at this point, I'm too afraid to pry any further. It's good to see you, Deputy Commander Douglas. Oh, the SSS. You've come at the perfect time. I was just about to take a breather. Why don't you keep me some company while you're here? Knowing you, your idea of hanging out is probably a round of combat practice. As something as that sounds, I don't have time for my usual lunch break workout. That says a lot about how busy you are. Well, it's only to be expected, seeing as the main session of the conference is just 24 hours away. I intend to make sure our security setup during the proceedings is as infallible as it can be, but the factors to consider are constantly shifting. I'll need to meet with Commander Bales again tomorrow morning. She's currently in charge of guarding Michelin for the remainder of the day. Your concern is understandable, considering how many heads of state will be in one place at Orcus Tower tomorrow. Though, no matter how hard you try to prepare, there's always going to be something that needs improving. Sure, but it'll be easier to rest at night with the CGF taking their the lead on things. Especially with old Thunderbolt Douglas back in their corner. Thunderbolt? It's been a while since I've gone by that name. That's what some used to call me before I was shipped off to the police academy. Thunderbolt this, Demon that. I've never understood the fascination people have with these silly nicknames. They both sound fitting to me. Okay, that's enough of the teasing. As I was saying, we'll be going the extra cell tomorrow to ensure that security during the conference is infallible. Leave the strategizing to us. The SSS has its own duties to focus on. Can do, sir. Nothing down there. A book entitled Delicious Hot Pods. Earthenware edition is pottering around on the barrel. President Rox's limousine was guarded by a procession of escort vehicles. It was quite a spectacle to behold. I suppose the Republic could do no less for their leader. I was sweating bullets when we received President Roxman's limousine at the gate. I get nervous easily, so I'm worried I might have totally screwed up my salute. Not that the president would care about some lowly guardsman, but geez, that was way too much pressure for me. Alrighty. All I have left is a East Crosswell Highway monster somewhere. Alright, and I do have the fishing thing, don't I? Alrighty, I'd better polish up on my angling chops and make myself useful for the rest of the boys. I may as well be dead if I can't at least become a professional fisher. 213, 214, 215. I'm giving my rod 1,000 practice casts before I bait up and get to work, just like I do every day. Exercises like this are perfect for building up arm strength and muscle memory. How long has it been since I felt this alive while casting my line? Back in my younger days, I used to duel with my fishing gear on the line like it was nothing. Gotta say, being on the ropes like this again actually gets me a little excited. Wait, I just noticed there's a book back here. King Noah Sweets Volume 2, okay. Smooth Almond Jelly. How am I doing on recipes, actually? So, I'm missing a lot. Wow. So yeah, like, there is a monster somewhere on this road. Yeah, we might as well find it. I guess we do Crossbow East exit. So it's not there. There it is. Exterminate! Concentrate all fire. Okay,
みんな一気に行くぞ
さてとよーし 電磁ネット投射
Move down. I'll take it.
俺の番だな。ほらよ。
And we blind him. Yes. And lands one of them. The Savage Horn, a savage water buffalo monster. Once it begins its charge, it's nearly unstoppable.
お返しよ。無駄です。はい。
Get a heavy smash
行き
here.
ますよ。私の番ね。
And
みんな頑張って。助かります。
行くぜ。
let's get some more blindness. Wait, did Lord get hit again? Are you kidding me? Some of them go to sleep. Hearts.
エニグマ駆動。ありがとうございます。
おっしゃ。
手こずってるかい。
行くぞ。
Hey, we can finally see his new craft. That was an annoying group of enemies.
うっしゃ、いい感じだぜ。
ナイスファイト。
Probably wouldn't have been as bad if I actually, you know, put things on to like prevent stuff or like that, but what do you know, another craft book. Looks like our two CGF alumni are the perfect fit for it this time around. Well, hot damn, ready to show everybody what we got, Noel? They won't know what hit him. Ready, Noel earned Howling Raid. Do I even have any, like, prevent freeze, like... Gamer's chance of, strength plus 10, sure. Petrify, oh, he has no accessories equipped at all. Seal and mute. later. So as far as that goes, that leaves our required quest, right? Finding the missing kitty. Which I believe is right here. But we'll come back to that probably Wednesday. Because it is getting late and I need to go to bed. So, anyway, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I will be back most likely Wednesday with some more trails. And, yeah, I hope to see you all again. Bye-bye.